Damn, what is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Nephew, welcome to HDiiTV. What's up? We what?
You rocking with your
Yes, sir. Let's get the opera going and start the week. It's your favorite Monday afternoon guilty pleasure. Now, what the sound of? We got a sound off. We got the sound off. I see y'all in the chat. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Run it up on all the platforms, both channels. Let's get it. Nephew, what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
man.
We can start right at the top. Texas came in and punched South Carolina in the mouth, man. We got to go back and regroup. Let's talk about it. You said Texas won a Super Bowl. Talk to me about that.
It felt like it because they had the confetti. They was like, where the confetti at? I saw the chariots outside. I thought Jesus came back. I
can't take nothing for them.
They get
Jesus. They get a banner in the ring for it. So they supposed to get their confetti now. They get a banner in the ring. I give them
shout out. Listen, hey.
Salute to them.
Salute. No, look. I gave them credit for yesterday. They did what they were supposed to do. They came in, they handled business, they won. But I understand it's the conference, but dog, like it's a time when you over celebrate. But okay. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I even had to give no bright lights Booker, Madison Booker, some props because this is the first big game I seen her show up. This wasn't
she played.
This was about Madison, right? So I gave all the respect. I gave all respect to Texas. Like they came out, punched us in the fucking mouth, and we stumbled and never fucking recovered. So back to the lab. We didn't take care of business. Texas took care of business. I think they moved into third, and I think we moved down to fourth in AP. You said you felt like it was a little over the top. Why?
I mean, I understand you won the conference. It's a conference championship. Like, you get a ring. Yeah, you get it. But at the end of the day, your legacy as a player is the Natty Championship. It's just like in every professional sport you play. At the end of the day, you get conference championships. Yeah, you win a division championship. But at the end of the day, you want to win it. I just hope they didn't go all the way in, and they just gave too much for that game. Because you know how some teams, they be up for a team and they're like, all right, we beat them. But I don't want them to get to the tournament and then get lax. They get lax and everything, and they kind of fall back to the old Texas that we're used to seeing. I want them to take it up another notch now.
They gotta have that job not done. They're still working.
That's what I'm saying. Like I understand they won the conference. That's cool. But Vic has won conference championships before. Now it's time to say, all right, it's time to finish. Let's put the icing on the cake. Now it's time to win the whole thing. Now it's time to win the championship. Now it's time to be the last dog at the end of the whole gauntlet. Yeah, you proved you're the best in the SEC. Now it's time to say, all right, it's time to get to the Final Four. And now it's time to win the Natty. So now, can we win the Natty now? Was our big game South Carolina? Like if we play a UConn or we play a UCLA, can we get up just like we did yesterday for them? And that remains to be seen. But I love what I saw yesterday. Madison Booker came out. She initiated the offense. She attacked down the stretch. She made bucket after bucket. Shout out to Justice Carlton.
Yeah, give some love to Justice Carlton too. Now.
Justice Carlton, Jordan Lee, both of them really made some big shots down the stretch, which I said at the beginning of the year, Auntie, if you remember, Texas is going to go how their supporting cast goes. Like, how does Oldacre give me some minutes when she in there? How's Carlton going to hoop? How is Jordan Lee? And I told you from the beginning, I love Jordan Lee. I think Jordan Lee one of these days could be one of the best two-way guards at the next level. She has that much talent.
We like Jordan Lee.
So now it's time to see, can we take the next step? Can we take the next step? Can we win the whole thing? That's the whole thing now. And I think they can do it. They got the chance to do it.
Are you picking them to win the whole thing now?
I'm not picking them to win the whole thing. I still think UConn's going to repeat, but I give them a 80 to 85% chance now. Before I had them at 60 or 65%. Now I'm up to 80 or 85 because I like what the supporting cast done or what they did. And I like the bench. They played with energy. Shout out to Preston too. Preston came in and changed the whole outlook of the game. She attacked, she defended
from the beginning. And what we talked about from the beginning.
Yeah, but they don't talk about her enough. That's what gets on my nerves. I like Rory Harmon more without the ball in her hand, Auntie. I think she's more effective that way. And I think she is very dangerous from the mid-range. She's dangerous. So I love that. I want to see her basically play more off the ball more, let Madison and Preston bring the ball up and initiate the offense because they look more fluid that way. And Madison, to me, look more comfortable with the ball in her hand instead of staying way on the corner or way by the wing, waiting for the action to set down on the right side, or we call it the strong side, when she could get the ball and do what she got to do. Either I'm going to pass it or I'm just going to attack. So that's what I like about Texas. I think they can do it if they continue playing that way. And Vic Schaefer, look, he didn't take the jacket off.
I think there's 2 games in a row. There's 2 games in a row. Vic ain't took his jacket off.
2 games in a row, and that's a great sign. That's a great sign.
In that jacket, but
that's the great sign. That's the great sign.
He gonna turn up to get the Phoenix. I know that.
That's the great sign of it, and that's what I love. When Vic Schaefer keep the jacket on, Sydney and the other assistants got the players going, giving them the plays, giving them the energy, hyping them up. That's the Texas I want to see. This Texas team can do it. They got the components. They just have to believe in themselves. And I believe by that win last night, they got the blueprint now to say this is how we're going to attack the game. We're not going to go back to the old Rory come down court, set up that 1960s offense, and then we get stuck. No, everybody touches the ball. They got 5 players out there that can score. They got 1 through 4 who can score from any side of the court, whether it's the weak side or the strong side, and they're very effective, and they could play defense. Defense was the key also for them. They did a good job of containing Tessa, making her force up some shots that usually Tessa doesn't force up. They held Tanaya from getting downhill, getting to the hoop. They bothered Joyce Edwards because Joyce was the one who really gives them a lot of trouble, especially on the boards. Okot, They did their 1-2, but do I think that's over with SC? No, I still got SC in the Final Four and possibly get into the Natty this year.
Yeah. Oh, and I gotta give you some props on something else. But wait a minute. Let me know if I got one of my wrenches in the chat. If not, I'll take care of it. What we ain't gonna do is if you blocked on his channel, you're not gonna come in my channel and think that you just gonna use my chat to get at him like that. If you over here want to if you came to be in a conversation, it would be different. But you trying to use my chat to get at him about something that ain't even got nothing to do with what we talking about. So if one of my wrenches is here, get whoever this Faz is out my chat. Get them out my chat because they just spamming with bullshit. They not even in the conversation. You over here trying to holler at a man that ain't even trying to holler at you. So if one of my wrenches is here, let me know you got them up out my chat. I don't got time for that shit today. I'm not doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit. You are using my channel to get at him because you're in my chat talking to him, talking about you know that you blocked on his chat. So miss me with that. You're not in the conversation. Move along. Nephew. Now the next thing I wanted to say is outside of the Texas thing that you called, you also called West Virginia. Talk about it.
Hey, get money, get money. Get money, get money. Remember I told you, Auntie, I said, watch out for West VA. They could mess around, but what we call it, hold on, got to take my belt off. Belt to ass. ass. Boy, we went right at TCU, and guess what? She ain't want no smoke with Harrison. You saw Olivia like, man, no, man, I'm gonna go over here. I don't want that Harrison. Harrison was on her like, on her. Look, West Virginia, if you've been watching women's basketball for a long time.
Wait a minute. Did you just go hoo? Did you just
She got that dog. West Virginia, I kept telling everybody, even on my channel, Auntie, when I was doing my streams or doing my videos, I kept telling people, West Virginia, I wouldn't sleep on them because, and because if you know West Virginia, they gonna play defense. All they needed was to get some scoring. That's it. Because sometimes the thing they do miss about Quinterly, they do miss that quick bucket. Quinterly was great at getting them that quick bucket last year, and she could set up her teammates to get in a better scoring position. But this year, Harrison, and shout out to that young lady, she was crying at the end of the game of like excitement tears because nobody counted on them. Everybody said going into the tournament, TCU finna sweep it easy, or it's gonna be Baylor. Well, we finally figured out Baylor, like Auntie would say, who are you? Like they frauds, like they got sent home early. And then Texas Tech, what happened? Like Iowa State, like that's what I'm saying. Like they went through the gauntlet, they handled business, they shut down so-called Suarez, so-called Olivia Miles, who I don't really believe is a top 5 pick. I'm sorry, she's not a top 5 pick to me. And me and you kept talking, Auntie. I was giving her credit because it was a setup. I was setting it up for the Olivia Miles fans. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it. Oh no, Auntie, hold on. I'm gonna give a little credit. I'm gonna give her some credit. I'm gonna give her some credit. So then when it gets pulled from under you, you fall on your head. See, I told y'all, Olivia Miles is not who y'all think she is. This is to her fans. She's not who you think she is. She's not. She's never been that type of player. Olivia is a solid, what I would call the number 2 on the team. You know, you got that solid number 2. They just don't have that extra to be the number 1. They ain't, you know, but they're not all the way to being the 3rd person. But she's a solid number 2. If I put her next to another great player or a player that just gives me a little bit more scoring wise or showing some toughness, Olivia Miles will play. And she's a front runner. If she's not front running, what is she though? Let's be for real. Last year, Auntie, what did she do? She was doing all this in the TCU game, right? She was flexing, she was talking, and then what happened? Man, HBL said belt the ass. This year, she ain't have all that smoke this time. She was doing everything in her power to run away from Harrison. Seriously, she was doing everything to run away from Harrison because Harrison was on her ass like a tick on a dog. She was on her ass. She was on her. She said, I'm waiting. Where you going? Where you going? Even if Olivia went to the bathroom, Harrison and the other girls was waiting for her. Like, where you going? It's halftime? Okay. We'll wait till the second half. TCU showed me like they always have done. Their size, yeah, they got size, but Auntie, what is size if you don't know how to use it? You can be 6'6", but you play like 5'6". We've seen this plenty of times from a famous basketball player in Jaquel Jones, who could dominate anytime she on the floor. But what was your saying? Remember when they lost to y'all and the Aces? What did you say? All JJ got to do is say, I want to play, right? That's it. So a lot of these big time 6'6" players, they don't bring that consistency. West Virginia is a small team like Baylor, very small team. But you know the difference between them and Baylor, Auntie? Everything we expect from Little Paige Bugs, we don't get that out of her. We get it out of them, though. Them young girls, they were hawking. They were trying to get the ball. And this was a big win for their program. I'm happy for them winning. This was a big step for them because everyone said before the year, Quinterly gone, they ain't gonna do nothing. And I was like, I wouldn't go past them because West Virginia's history shows me that they are tough, Auntie. They're tough. They have that stuff that they got that stuff that keeps them in the games. But sometimes if they don't get a score, it messes them up, and that's why they usually lose games.
Got to put some respect on the coaching name. What's that? Coach Kellogg over there? That's
yeah, Kellogg. Shout out to Kellogg. Hell of a job. Hell of a job.
Kellogg building no program over there. Look like. Put some respect on Kellogg name. So
I like it.
You know, definitely on the radar. Definitely on the radar.
They are. Yeah, they're on the radar. I think they could get to the Sweet 16. I think that depending on who they play, I think they can get to the Sweet 16.
Okay, now I know we got some other games we got to talk about, but I got to throw a couple curveballs out here. You know me.
Oh no, you good?
Here we go. Let's talk coaching for a minute. So we got some openings, we got some hirings, we got some hired, fired, retired. We got to talk about. So GReaDS, recruiter from LSU. You know my man, right? You know G, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. So G is now the head coach at Rutgers.
Right. Shout out to him.
What does that mean for LSU for the rest of the season? Like, do you think that means, can they keep their focus into the March tournament? Does that throw things off? Do you think there are other changes at LSU? I just want your overall general reaction to G taking the job at Rutgers and what that means for Rutgers and LSU from your perspective from this day moving forward. Y'all like to share, run them up.
I'm gonna stick to what I've been saying. I think they're on the side of where UCLA is right now. That's the best chance they got to get. They could get to the Final Four. Like, the problem with LSU is they don't do well against South Carolina. South Carolina's a bad matchup. And Texas, they split with Texas. So if they play Texas again, they'll still feel confident because Tim not really scared of Vic Schaefer.
I don't really mean from that standpoint. You know how, like, now we're in the locker room and we know, like, Redis is gone.
Right.
Are other players thinking about, man, yo, I want to go with Redis. It might be greater later over there with Redis. Are we starting to see a breakup in the locker room? Do they stay close together? Do they have the mental fortitude to just focus through this?
I don't think they're close. I don't think they're close at all. I think it's I think the main ones that are close is Fuwali, MK12
already.
You said what now?
Or maybe this has been, they've known this was coming, and maybe this has been kind of in the back of their head a little bit this season. I don't know. You tell me what you think.
I don't think that's it and everything. The problem with LSU is Kim goes by seniority. The problem with that is you don't have seniority that shows you any leadership trait. Like, the leader to me and who showed brilliance on the floor, and I apologized to her yesterday, 2-3 days ago. I'm apologize to her today. Malaysia Fawali. Look, you and Jada Rashard, that's going to be your next leaders for the next coming years. They were the only two that showed any backbone in that SC game. Big Foe, it's time to move on. MK12, if I'm her, I would go where Gary's going. I would go with Gary's going because I just don't see it from MK12 thriving under a Kim Mulkey style. I just don't see it. But do I think it's going to stop them from doing something in the tournament? No, because they're too talented. I think after the tournament, I could possibly see two people leaving. I don't know those two people off bat, but I think MK12 will be very good to go. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But MK12 has not been playing well this year. I don't know what's going on. I believe in my heart is that her and Flau'jae can't coexist at all. I think they're ripping the team apart, trying to decide whose is it, who's the one, who's the two. And to me, Fuwali and Jada, in my opinion, are keeping the team together because the freshmen, they look up to them too. And I think they're only going to go as far as they could keep their cool as possible. If they play y'all or whoever who's just as tough as y'all, that team could unravel, and I could see some people leaving after that. I could see some people going, like right after the season's over with. Because Gary's very good at recruiting, very great at recruiting, very personable with the players.
Let me throw this at you before we get too far away from MK Dub, right?
Yeah.
MK Dub will be a senior.
Mm-hmm.
she wants to. I think she wants the opportunity to play for a national championship. Now, I don't know much about Gary. He's a great recruiter. I don't expect him to compete for a national championship.
No, hell no.
I don't know what his coaching X's and O's are. If y'all do, please share. Recruiting for sure. He's gonna be able to get some talent in there. So she wants to really play for a national championship, right? Play if that's what her goal is. Is Rutgers the move, or is it stay at LSU and try to, be a big three with Jada and Malaysia?
I mean,
hopefully get a big. Like, I just don't think that Koval is a big that helps you in the SEC. Now I think that they would have.
No, I mean, I told you last year I didn't think much of Koval. I already told you, like, Koval to me is a waste of space. She needed to go to a mid-major. She needed to lead. Like, she didn't need to come to the SEC. Look, I could see her staying. She could stay and form, but she's gonna have to be the third wheel. She can't be the one. She can't be the leader. The leader, she's going to have to let Fuwali and Jada take the team over if she wants to try to win a national title. She's going to have to. She's not a leader. Her body language sucks. She comes up small. Look, I put a grade letter in the chat, Auntie, right? I told everybody, what grade do you give MK12 for the whole year? Take away the stats. Don't go look up no stats. Just go back to the games you watched. Go back to everything you've seen. And everybody either gave her a C, a D, some gave her a D minus.
But let me ask you this though.
She hasn't played well this year.
I'm gonna ask you this though. I think, and people keep trying to make her a leader. I don't ever think that she said she was a leader. I think that we keep trying to say she should be the leader. It should be her team. Could it be that she's just a? Let me see. Who would it be like?
She's a role player,
or like a KD. I just want to hoop. I don't want to do that.
That's who she is. That's who she is. She's a KD.
That's fine. Everybody can have a team that just want to hoop. So to me, if you just want to hoop, that works with Jada and Malaysia because they can lead and you can just hoop.
But that's what I'm saying. Is she gonna do that? Because you got to understand, Auntie, this is seniority, and not only that, Kim, of course, is going to defer to her because she goes by seniority. The only way it's going to work. I think
the bigger question, Nephew, is will Kim get out of the way and let the team leadership develop on its own? You can't put a de facto leader in there by who the oldest. Okay, you in charge. It don't look like that on the team, right?
I agree.
So here it's not so much Michaela, it's Kim. Can you get out of the way of trying to make me be what I'm not and allow me to be great at what I am? Sometimes you got to just let
but that's not Kim. I'm thinking
Rodman be Dennis Rodman, right?
I feel you, but that's not Kim. That's why I'm saying MK12 is going to have to say, if I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let Malaysia and I'm gonna let Jada take us there, and I'm just gonna hoop and I'm gonna do my part. She's gonna have to accept that. She's gonna have to. That's the only way it's gonna work. If she don't accept that, or accept that role that she's being given, it's not gonna work because I don't see any leadership in her, and you gotta force Kim you gotta take it out of Kim's hands. You gotta tell Kim, look, Malaysia and Jada, it's them. I'm just here to hoop and to add to help us win. That's it. That's also leadership, because you know what that's called? Leadership by example. She gotta do that. You can't be you can't come into the season and allow Kim to make you the focal point next year. They're not going to win. They have a better chance of winning with Jada and Fuwali. And I still stick by what I say. I got them two starting at the 1 and the 2. They're my backcourt. They play so great together. They play with a calm. They play with a beautiful calm with one another. Like they just feed off each other. MK12 got to learn. MK12 got to say, you know what? I step back. Y'all do y'all thing. I'ma just fill in. That's all.
They need Michaela. They need Malaysia, Jada. I like Zakiya Johnson, but then I think they still need a true big. And I've been horsing around. I see a question about, does NIL make her have to be the leader face of that team, that program? Here's the thing. If a coach is going to let NIL dictate who's the leader in the face, they've already lost. You can't. You got to let that. Some of that stuff happens just organically amongst the team. Go ahead. You was going to say something.
Yeah. Like the NIL, like that's not Kim don't go by the NIL. She goes by seniority. And then you got to remember, she handpicked Flaw J. Everybody else was a transfer. You got to remember that. And then Alexis Morris, she just brought her back on the team because remember, she was on Baylor and she kicked her off of Baylor. So Flaw J was really one of her true recruits from the beginning. So that's what I'm saying is that she goes by seniority. She's not just going by NIL. Now that some of it does play a part in it, but she's going also by seniority. Flaw J, of course, makes the most on the team, and she's the senior. But at the end of the day, she's tried so hard to try to put the team in her and MK12 hands instead of organically letting it happen. When Angel was there, Angel organically took over the team. Because she really was trying to push it to Alexis and the other girls who were older, but no, Angel took that. Last year, she wanted it to be Flaw. Definitely she wanted to be Flaw. Anissa came in and took that. So she's a person who put the wrong faith in the wrong person, and she needs to step back and say, I'm going to organically let it happen. I'm not going to pick somebody to be it. That's why I feel like Fuwali and Jada is going to take that team over, and they should, because they, in my opinion, are the two most mentally tough players on that team right now. Like, in my opinion, the freshmen, they're tough, but they're not to that level because they lack experience. And Gracie goes left too much, and you don't have that leader on the floor. The only person who could really talk to her is either Fuwali or Jada. Flaw and them, she don't respect them. She don't respect Flaw and MK12. So you got to put in notion, I'm going to let them two handle it, and then I'm going to let Camp go and see what's going to happen. And if I find a leader out of the Young Bucks, then I'm just going to let them lead. But Kim goes by seniority. That's what she does. And I don't like it. I think she ought to organically let it happen because every other team organically lets it happen. Every other team lets somebody just organically go and take it and be the leader. So I believe Jada could be the leader of the team. And like I said, I think she's going to be a fine floor general. She just needs experience. She don't have the experience yet because she didn't play that much last year or at all. This is like her first full season being a point guard.
No, she was ready to fight. She was ready to fight. She was ready to give, she left everything she can on the table.
Yeah.
But I think that they got a core four, but I think they need a true big that they gotta,
they do. They need a big ASAP because Koval, Amani Joyner is too small. Koval's horrible.
Well, let's be honest. Amaya Joyner's a senior. Amaya Joyner's a senior. So she's
she's out. Koval, and plus she's terrible at setting. Plus she's lazy at times. And Koval got bad feet.
Koval became unplayable at times.
Koval need to get her lawyer degree. Become the tallest lawyer.
I tell you, think they need multiple bigs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see.
They need multiple bigs. That's what they need. That's all they need. They need multiple bigs because they got wings and guards. They wing and guard heavy. They need bigs.
With Redis being such an important piece of their recruiting, where do they go for recruiting now to be able to bringing in the
I told Paige this yesterday. They're gonna have to go after somebody who's not too young, but like early 30s. Like they're gonna have to go after somebody who can relate to some of the kids that's a people person. Who knows how to build that rapport like Gary does. They're gonna have to find somebody like that. And I don't know who Kim got on the radar, but I think she needs to look for somebody around that age, around 29 to 33, because they're close to the young folks and they're good enough to represent themselves with the older folks like Kim and I keep forgetting the guy assistant coach name with the glasses. Like they'll be able to work with them and work with the young folks. So you want to have that balance. They're going to need somebody like that. They're going to have to look for somebody like that. I don't know off the top of my head who, but it's not even just him leaving. They got a lot of people leaving. So Kim is going to have to get on some like she's going to have to spend soon as the season over, take her a little vacation, and then boom, she out and go try to find somebody to come and handle that. Because she's going to need to, if you're trying to still keep up with the SCs and keep up with everybody else in the SEC. Oh, Florida parted ways, Chicago Cheetah. Good. She needed to be fired. I told you, Auntie, she was terrible, man. She looked like she was over there.
That's old news. We already told y'all that was coming on Baseline. It's not breaking news for us. Maybe breaking news for some. I ain't breaking news for us. I just been waiting on the paperwork to get handed out.
Right. They needed to hand it out. They needed to hand it out during the season.
Yeah, that ain't breaking news over here. We were just waiting on the official word.
Man, they should have did it during the season, and maybe Florida would have actually did something, because Shaq's daughter growing on me, man. I like her. She growing on me. And then
I've been watching Easy for a while. Let's see who they bring in. Let's see who they bring in. If they're gonna.
You think Liv transfers?
I think it depends on who what happens. Are they promoting from within, right? Because I know Liv got an assistant coach that she's close with there. I don't know if they, I don't know. It would be interesting to see what their next move is.
Shanti said yes.
Will they go after somebody that's already in the SEC? Will you try to go get a Yo? Will you try to go get a Joni? Will you try to give them Florida? Will you try to give them some more money? Will you try to give them some more?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Would you tell them to bring some of that? Would you tell them to bring some of that? And they luggage is Louis, right?
Look, so I'll go get Coach Yo right now. Like, give her a check. Like, what you want? So. That's what I would do.
It's gonna be interesting to see the little musical chairs that get played in with these openings that are gonna happen.
I'm going to Yo, like Yo, and holla at you. Here you go. You remember that movie Blank Check with the little kid? That's what I'm doing here. Blank Check.
Chantel, you say they better get the Alabama A&M coach. Yeah, she been
oh, I like her too. Yo, who said that?
Chantel Michelle.
Chantel, yeah. See, that's why you my dog. That's why you my dog, though. Shout out, though. That's my dog. Yeah. Chantel be knowing it. That'll work. Alabama A&M, she'll be straight there, because she would get the best out of them posts. She would get the best out of those post players.
Y'all don't want them to go get Vic assistant? Y'all don't want them to go get
Sydney Carter?
Oh, Coach Sid?
I don't know if Sydney want to leave. Because I don't know, but I would try to go get her. I would try to give her opportunity.
Let me ask you this question. Does Sydney look like she's next in line at Texas?
Hell no.
So like you said, so it just becomes, is Coach Sid looking to be a head coach, or she come from being an assistant head coach?
I think she's looking.
I don't think that she's next to be the head coach at Texas. I think he's setting that up for his daughter to be the head coach, but I could be wrong.
No, you're right. Because Texas ain't. We know how Texas get down. So if I'm Florida, I would go holler at her, because I think she could turn that team around, because those girls for Texas, like Rory and Madison, they talk very highly of Sid. So I would try to go get Sydney Carter right now. If I'm Florida, look, I'm coming with a check. Look, we need to get some new blood coaches out here, Auntie. Like, we got to get these women we need to let these women come out here and coach and show, like, look, it's time to move on from that old guard. I'm tired of seeing these old, crusty, dusty ass coaches who only there because they mommy, daddy knows somebody. No, let these coaches let these coaches do something with it. Like, give Sydney a chance to help O'Neal's daughter and help Liv McGill. I think she can talk Liv in the stand. They could possibly go grab somebody else from the portal and then go get some good recruits And I think they could do something because Florida got a team. Their team's not bad. The problem is the coach just sucked. So I would go try to get her, or I would get Coach Yo. I would try to get one of them two to get that job in Florida, because Florida will be right back in. They'll jump all the way from the bottom to like the 6th or 5th best team in the conference if they could get that. If they could get one of them two coaches to coach that team, and they're in Florida. So I'm just saying that they need to do that ASAP. I would love to see her there.
Okay. I saw the question: do we think Shaq could influence his daughter to LSU, or should he? I hope not.
He was at LSU. She left LSU.
Measy didn't play at LSU.
Oh, you talking about Measy? Oh, my fault.
Yeah, Measy didn't play. Yeah, don't. That's my thing. And don't, Measy.
I mean, no, like you have to have a certain type of fortitude to deal with that. Because you got to remember, you're going into an organized chaos. This is an organized chaos.
The thing is, when she gets
and if you're not
height, because of her height, they're going to try to make her be a big, and that's not what she wants. They're going to try to make her be on the block. That's not what she wants.
And she don't want to do that. So don't go to LSU.
No.
You want to go to a school that's going to allow you to be who you are and let you play your style of basketball. You want to go to that type of school, because if you're 6'3" or above, Kim putting your ass in that block. I'm just telling you right now, you playing the paint.
Measy, it was like you're gonna not only are you gonna have to be on the block, you're gonna have to be on the block at LSU in an LSU uniform with O'Neal on the back of it. Whether I don't give a fuck what your number is, it's gonna be O'Neal on the back of it, and some people will not be able to move away from that, kid. So if that's what you want, then do that. If not, move as far away from that as you can. Go be Measy. And I think she's doing a great job being that. So I think that she can stay in the SEC. I think that Larry Vickers has showed that he can coach. He did some down at Auburn, and so people should look there. Maybe
now Auburn, yes, I would like her at Auburn, because Auburn did very good this year. They did very good this year.
Without a big name.
Without a big name.
A lot of hoopla, right? They won some games that I don't think people saw them winning. So I think Auburn is gonna be a location. Arkansas, I just don't know Arkansas. Georgia, I like what Georgia did this year. So it's gonna be some options out there in the SEC, man. We'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, but you don't think she'll stay? You think she's gonna bounce?
Who is that?
Measy.
I think it depends on who's the coach at Florida. Right.
Okay, so it depends on. Okay, so you got whoever is the coach.
If you look at Florida and you say, hey, you know what, Yo is coming, and she's gonna bring a Chinu, right?
Yeah.
To play with you, right? But when you look at a University of Mississippi, who would be viable to go with Yo, right? Who has to go there, and then what would that look like if you were to put them together? That could be fun. That could be something that becomes a little bit more competitive in the SEC than what it would have been. So I don't know.
That'll be nasty.
I see.
That'll be nice. If she could bring her down there, that'll be fresh. But like I said, if you get Yo or Sydney Carter, I think Measy stays. And then I think
you got to look at a Noelle Quinn. What she just did with the young players down there, unrivaled. I think it's a lot of young coaches that you can think about to put in these spots.
Nola Henry.
So here's the thing. I think Nola does better with more veteran players.
Right.
So I don't know if a young roster is where Nola needs to get a start, but I think that an opportunity for Nola to be a head coach is coming. I think that it needs to be I don't know if it would be in this situation.
I like what she did with the Breeze. And I think she'll do good with the young coaches. Well, yeah, Nola, you're right. She would do well with a veteran team.
Noe Quinn.
Yeah, Noel Quinn. Yeah, I would like Noel Quinn. I would like to see her not at Florida. I want to see her somewhere else, because I don't know. I think Yo or Sydney Carter would be there.
somebody got to go to Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State did let go of that girl. Hey, listen, I told you that coach looked like she was on that. Know what I'm saying?
Penn State coach gone. Florida State. I mean, Florida coach gone.
She had that wild hair.
Not that wild hair. You funny. Somebody else. So it's a couple openings out there for people to be considered for. It's gonna be,
Teaspoon.
And I think we'll still see maybe some more openings after March Madness is over.
Right. Teaspoon, I think, could do better, Jay, with a veteran team. Like, she'll be good with a veteran squad. I don't really want to see her with a young squad because I think she'll do better with a veteran squad and then have a couple young players on that veteran squad she could work with. But I mean, yeah, Mondo, yeah, Shaq lets his children make their own decision. But we're just saying, like, if they don't get the right coach to come to Florida, we're just saying where we could possibly see her going. I think Auburn, like Auntie suggested, Auburn would be a very good. I love that coach for Auburn, man. He's great. I like him. I like his personality. I like his firmness, his sternness, how he handles situations. I like everything about him. And I think Measy would thrive under him if they don't get the right coach at Florida. And if Liv bounces, I mean, I would love to see Liv try to go for a championship. I mean, would she want to go to play with Doggo, or would she want to go play would she like to go play with Coach Yo? I mean, hey. Huh? Hannah? Yeah, Hannah coming back. I don't see Hannah leaving. Hannah and Ivy are too close. Like, I would see if they weren't close, then I would say, yeah, she's out of there. But they're real close. Like, they're tight as hell. And I think she wants to end her career in Notre Dame. They said Yolette McCunn. Is that how you say it, Auntie? They said been named connected to Florida. You see that, Auntie? Yolette McCone. Mm-hmm. They were saying that was connected to Florida. You talking about Chicago Cheetah? You said that her name is connected there for a few months. You said it's been going on that Coach Yo been connected for a few months. I mean, look, like I said, I would take Coach Yo or Coach Sidney Carter there because Coach Yo, like, Mississippi, cool, but I think she would get way more recruits if she was at Florida. And I think she could get the right team put together being in Florida to do what she got to do. Oh, yeah, Ronika would be good, too. Ronika look like she pays attention to detail well. She connects with the players, and she preaches defense. One of Florida's problems this year was playing defense. So Ronika, she's very good at coaching defense. So I would want to see that. But yeah, Mocha Latte, I agree. I got Hannah staying. I don't think Hannah goes anywhere. I think Hannah's her and Ivy are so close. They real close. If they didn't have the relationship they had, then I would agree that yeah, she's out of there. She's gone.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm 75-25 on Hannah staying. I wouldn't be surprised if Hannah busts up and be somewhere else. Because if Hannah wants to play for a national championship, it's nothing coming in Notre Dame that's going to play for a national championship next season. I don't give a fuck what you bring in there. It's nothing coming in there that's going to play for a national championship next season. So you better get some place where they got some where they can possibly play, and they may need a point guard. I don't know, Texas.
But I don't even. I don't know I don't know how to I don't know, like if she decide to leave, like where would she go?
I just told you Texas. If you had to pick between Brianna Preston and Hannah Hidalgo, who you picking?
I'm picking Hidalgo. That's not a
right. So if
that's
you
not
get
a
a chance,
question.
if you get a chance to put Hidalgo with Carlton and Lee and Madison Booker, what you doing?
I mean, hey, I mean that's cool. Like I said, if she goes, Texas will be they'll be one of the favorites to win it next year. I'm just saying, I mean, if she does, cool. I mean, that's where I would go, Texas. If you're gonna leave Notre Dame, because I don't see anywhere else she'll have a shot at doing that.
And I don't see a whole. So what I understand too is that Ivy has, and we talked about this. Maybe it was on Baseline. I don't remember where it was at, but Ivy has a recruiting class that's coming in, right?
Yeah.
And so it may be best that Ivy start fresh with a new class. Don't try to bridge this class with Hannah. Pretty much all of the pieces that you have with Hannah, they gone.
Yeah, I agree.
All of the pieces that you were supposed to win with Hannah, they out of there. So if Hannah wants to leave, if Hannah's going, then let Hannah go and start fresh with this new class that you got and build from there, Ivy. I think they're going to give you enough time to try to be successful. You've had some semi-success there with Hannah there, and it didn't work out. So it was some missteps. It seemed like that had a lot of the talent and a lot of what they put together last year leave out, and then the injury. So yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, if that's what she's trying to do, I don't know, because I thought her relationship with Neil is very tight. I didn't see her leaving, but I was just saying, if she does leave, yeah, Texas will be fine because I have her with Jordan Lee and everything in the backcourt, and we'll go from there.
I don't even think it has to be a bad thing, right? I don't think it has to be I don't even think it has to be like I ain't fucking with you no more, Ivy. I think it could be like, you know what, Hannah, I done did everything I can. This is as far as I was able to get you. And if you want to get to what that next step is for your college goal, yeah. I gotta respect you enough to let you go pursue that, because I haven't been able to do it in 3 years. I owe you that. Fuck that. That's just real shit, bro. Like, you stuck with me 3 years, it didn't work. You tried everything I said. If that's what you want to go do, I gotta support you in that, dog.
Oh yeah, facts. Look, I ain't got no issue. I want her to leave. Look, I'm with you. I want her to go.
I wouldn't look at her side eye either.
I want her to go. I just didn't know. Like I just didn't know, because like she's so like that's her dog. Like that's like her mom. And I didn't know. But if she decided to go, hell yeah, I want her to go. I want Hannah at least to try to win a national title. And I think she would have a better chance at Texas. Texas would be a great school for her to play at. And plus, Vic will let her do whatever she want. Like, he not going to stop her from doing what she wants. She going to do whatever she want. And then that team around her, Jordan Lee and all of that, man, Hannah ain't got to try to destroy herself trying to get 20-some, 30-some points every night. She could just average like 20 or 18. She ain't got to do all that. She just has to show up in the fourth quarter.
And I think Hannah's in a better position to share the load now.
Mm-hmm.
Carried the load long enough where she's in a better position to be successful in sharing the load. So it'll also give Hannah a different a different skill set that she can show off going into her bag, and she, you know what I'm saying, makes her way towards the draft. So it'll be interesting to see if there are some strategic moves as the portal opens when the madness is over.
Because it would be nice, because she'll be able to work more on her floor generalship, where she can just assist and move the ball and everything and show that side of her game. Because I think that's the only side I think people are trying to figure out. As far as the scoring and defense, she got that check. Now they're trying to see, if I got you as the floor general for my team at the next level, can you make other people better with your passing and setting the team up? And I think that'll, like you were saying, I think that'll shoot her draft stock up higher if she goes there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to see that.
I don't know. It's gonna be, people are going to have to make some strategic moves for their.
You think Kiyomi stay at Penn State?
Gonna depend on who the hell is coming in as the coach,
right?
And who else is coming to help? Like, her and Gracie wasn't enough. So here's the thing: if it's just her and Gracie next year and a new coach, there's no reason to stay there.
I wouldn't say.
A new coach doesn't give you enough to get it done.
Nope.
So if they're not going to commit to putting the people around you to really compete at a high level in the Big Ten quickly, and I don't know what that looks like, because you would have to really get a lot of stuff out of the portal. Yeah, you might as well go and get in the portal yourself.
You're not, and then plus you're not gonna get all those pieces out the portal like that. So yeah, I mean, if I'm her, I would go. I would go.
At this point, after these 2 years, it's like you said, going on down there to Florida State and be the National Player of the Year by leading the nation in points.
Oh, Auntie said it. I ain't saying it, y'all. Look.
Go down there.
Auntie said
because at this point, she has to get, she has to get popping jumping off the screen again. Penn State isn't giving her opportunity to get her name out there.
Right.
There's no reason. Please don't go to TCU. Please don't go to TCU.
No. I don't want her there at TCU. I like her there. Florida State would be. I mean, that's where she should. To me, that's where she should have went the first time. I don't know if Penn State offer more of the money, but I would like her there, because then like she could have a year like Tanaya had for us last year. Have a great year, be put up there for most outstanding player ACC. Have a chance to be in the convo, and I think that would help put a bow on her career.
She needs to get back to being continuously in the conversation.
Facts.
She's not continuously in the conversation for
where
her talent is at. Right?
No.
So, offensively as a talent, they're not talking about her enough.
And she has some big games down the stretch, but they're not going to talk about it. So she got to get back in the nation's eye. I think she just went there, like you said, to clean up her image. Now I done cleaned it up. I'm a great teammate. Blase Soise. Let me go somewhere, get back into national attention again, and go from there. Because all she got to do is get back into national attention. And if her goal is, I just want to get to the W and do my thing, like she'll be a top 5 pick if she goes somewhere to get back into the national attention, because she can score with the best of them. I think the next thing is her passing and her defense. That's going to be the next course for her.
Oh, so I got another one. I got another battleship for you to sing. NC State. Where do they go from here after that? After they showing in the ACC tourney,
man.
Where do they go?
Zaza ain't walking.
I mean, we gonna talk about
Zaza walking through that door.
Louisville choked, but NC State, what the hell is going on? Like, it seemed like the ship is sinking, bro. It's like Titanic over here. What's happening?
Hey, look. Hey, Hannah got her get back, though. She got her lick back.
Yeah, Hannah got her lick back. That was important for her. Hannah was like, I'm getting that lick back.
She got her hugs at the end of the game. She said, "Yep, there you go. Yeah. Sent you off with that L."
Check on my name now.
I mean, look, I told you from the beginning, Zam and Zoe just can't play together. They just can't. Like, one of them has to be starting in order for the offense to run.
So do you think one of them is good for Rutgers?
Yes. If I'm Zoe want to go back home? Because Rutgers in Jersey, right? Rutgers is Jersey, y'all. Let me see. Yeah. It's in New Brunswick. So if I'm Zoe, I'm finna move and go over there to Rutgers with Gary. NC State, I told you I don't like the coach. The coach is overrated. The only reason why he did what he did the past 2 years or 3 is because he had the luxury of having Zaza and Sanaya Rivers. Those 2 players are very highly sought. I even said last year I would have drafted them 2. I would have drafted Sanaya at 3 if I was the Sky, and I would have drafted Zaza or Pow at the 10 spot. Both of them were great talents. Zaza is probably going to be one of the best scorers we've seen in a long time. Sanaya is a very versatile player. So when you lose those 2 big pieces, and then you're stuck with 2 scoring guards, you're going to be in trouble. So what he should have done was he should have had one of them 2, Zam or Zoe, swallow their pride, and one of them come off the bench. One of them has to come off the bench because they both got to get a rhythm. Now, you can end the game with both of them starting because they'll both have a rhythm by then. But the reason they lost is it's not enough ball movement. It's 2 1-on-1. It's 2, I got to break you down. Camille Pierre, she's not getting enough touches, but when she does, she scores. But she don't, to me, have a real high motor. Her motor is kind of so-so. So, again,
if you're Camille Pierre, do you stay there? What do you do there?
I don't even understand why she left. I don't know why she left, and then I don't know why she left, and then if she left, I want to go on there. I want to go on to no NC State. I would have tried to go to a LSU or Auburn or Ole Miss. I would have tried to go to one of those 3.
You don't have to make it sound like that, okay? And I just want to give you this good news. So you guys extended Mike Evans?
Huh?
Y'all extended Mike Evans? Are you excited?
We are.
Yeah. I want to say I think I seen they just gave him 3 years.
Bucks don't want to win, y'all. We finna lose this year. We definitely going live tonight, y'all. I'm going in on the Bucks tonight, y'all.
No.
I'm going in on the Bucks tonight. Bucks don't want to win. Bucks don't want to win.
No. I'm wrong. That's Mike Evans, Niners. Niners, Mike Evans.
Yes. Okay, they want to win. They want to win now. Okay. All right. See, Auntie had me in a sunken place. I was looking like get out.
That's what I'm asking you, because I just see Mike Evans 3 years. That's why I'm trying to get this thing open. I'm asking you. Hey yo,
Auntie had me like this.
I seen you fall out. I've seen you fall out. That's what I'm trying to open it up, man.
Boy, I'm about to go hug my Tom Brady jersey. Like, please come back, Tom.
You are so funny, bro. You are so funny. Your facial.
Yo, I swear, Auntie, you had me in the second place, boy. I'm about to break shit. Boy, it about to be some shit. I got some shit over here to break.
Don't fall out. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Get to the information, man. I'm just seeing news scrolling on my phones. Don't
Scrub. Auntie, hey, Scrub, you already know HD about to go insane.
You seen him? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to answer questions. So, and
Auntie set me up with the okie doke. She knew how to get me.
I wasn't trying to set you up, though. I was trying to really get the answer to my question. You're supposed to be my guy. That's what I'm like.
Auntie, you can't do that. I'm a Floridian, man. We crazy as hell. We go off the bridge.
I got concerned too. That's why I'm like, Mike Evans, 3 years. What? Hold on. That's why I'm like,
man, boy, it was about to be. Yeah, Jay. I'm for the crash out, Jay. I would have had to put my mic on mute and just start cursing up every bomb in the world.
We just went out to cancel the show. I need you to focus.
They're gonna be like, Auntie, y'all conversation was kind of short. What happened? Our nephew crashed out.
Come back. Come back. I need you to get your NFL on and be ready to answer questions about the team. Okay. Are you locked in? Come back.
I'm good now. I'm good.
Yeah, Mike signed with the Niners. Mike.
Woo! Billy, boy, I'm about to crash out. Woo!
Nephew's for that to go outside.
Man, I'm about to go outside. I'll be like, Auntie, I'll be right back. I'd have been like, ow, shit. Everywhere.
I'm so glad you got a little space around the house. He was gonna need a minute.
Oh man, boy. I was like, please, dog. Why are we not trying to win, dog?
Wait a minute. Okay, so does that mean that the Niners are trying to win?
Man, nobody care about the Niners. They never trying to win. You know who the Niners is? You know who the Niners is, Auntie? You know who the Niners are? The Niners are the guy from the guy from American Pie. He had the girl, the fine girl, and he was like, "Oh, that's the Niners."
Okay,
the Niners get there.
You know who that is? So for me, the Temptations movie, they first manager, the one to be like, my car, my money, my name, there you go, right there. First manager. Otis Williams in the distance. Yeah. He's so funny. Okay.
All right, we back, y'all.
Enough football. Okay, enough football. But
yeah.
Watching what these Tampa Bay Buccaneers do, because you are serious about them. Okay.
Oh yes.
So I got a real question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia Miles, you said she turned back into a pumpkin. What is it that she needs to do in this March Madness to get the shine back going into the draft?
Yo,
that's what he texted me. This is how he texted me. Olivia Miles,
I know, that's why I'm laughing, because I forgot. Because when I texted to you, I was laughing my ass off, because I was like, how did I even think of that shit?
He said this girl to turn back into a pumpkin. Now, what's up, JP? What's the word, fam?
JP. Oh my goodness.
You said, what does she need to do? Because I think it's important for her to be on a different trajectory. I thought it was important for her to win this tournament. Now, remind me, did HBO win this tournament last year?
No, she got to didn't she get to the Elite Eight?
No, Big 12. Did they win the Big 12 tournament?
Yeah, they won the Big 12 last year. Yeah.
So to stay on that HBO path, like, you needed this win right here. She needed to walk in here in Redemption U and win Big 12, right?
Right.
What does she do in March now in the NCAA tournament to get that shine back? What does she do? Or you don't think it can be done, or where do you see her getting drafted, or you think it's already written that she's gonna go in top 5?
It's already written, because that's all they talk about is her.
Okay.
That it's already written. But for me personally, I don't believe in her. My issue with Olivia Miles has always been, how do you handle the pressure? And it's not so much in winning all the time, because you're not going to win it all. It's how you act when your team needs you the most, whether that's scoring, defending, rebounding, assisting, setting screens, diving for loose balls, doing stuff that I just don't see. I'm going to be real with you, Auntie. If I was drafting, I wouldn't draft her in the top 10. Maybe like second round. Because look, Raven Johnson, I got number 1 as my best point guard, or player. I got AZ going 1, but I got Raven. I want Raven to go to either Minnesota or to Seattle. One of them two. She's the best, to me, the second best player. Kiki, I got behind them two. I don't feel Olivia Miles is on Kiki's level. I think Kiki had a better this year and last year than Olivia Miles. She just don't get the credit because she on the team with 2-step bets, 1-step bets. I don't like her moxie. I don't like her build, like you said. She gets pushed off of her spots too much. She doesn't know how to defend. I need her to defend, and I need her to actually to show some toughness. Do I think that she'll do well at the next level? I think she'll be a okay role player depending on where she go. But if you're talking franchise player, because this is what people are saying. They're saying she's a franchise player. I don't see franchise. I could see possibly an all-star too, maybe down the line. She'll be a solid role player on the team who needs a point guard to run the transition for them. I just don't see it. I don't see the player. I see the talent she has, but I just don't see the intangibles. And I think a lot of times if she doesn't have a lead, I don't think she can close the game that much. I think those were fool's gold when she closed the game those times. I think it was fool's gold.
Let me say this. Let me ask you this. Well, hear me out. My big thing about Olivia Miles has always been body. Look like strong as a 12-year-old boy, right? I'm not that's not body shaming. I'm not picking on her. Her frame looks weak, right? So what I wanted her to do this year while she was back in school was build her body up so that when she gets to the next level, the playmaking and the passing ability that she has and all of that shows up better against guards that she will have to play on the other side of the ball against. There's not going to be a way for you to come out there and then just let Chelsea go. There's not going to be a way for you to come out there and just let Jackie Young go. There's not going to be a way for you to come out there and just let Kelsey Plum go. When they bump you back, are you moving or are you staying where you're at? Can you bump them off their spots? Are you fast enough to stay in front of them and strong enough and quick enough to really deal with the guards at the next level, these grown women that you're going to have to deal with? I don't think that you got your body ready for that. So can you grow into an all-star? Sure. But I don't think that you built your body up to do that yet.
I just don't see her as a top
I think that here's the thing. If she goes in the top, right? Top 5, right?
She's gonna go either 2 or 3. That's where they're gonna pick her at.
3 is where? Washington?
Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Washington is 4.
Okay, who's at 2?
I think they got bets going to Minnesota. They got that Iowa fam chick. They got Iowa fam going 1 and Ozzy 2. I mean AZ, excuse me, 2. But I don't see Dallas not getting AZ. Like what are we talking about? I got AZ 1. They got bets. I think bets will probably go 2 or 3.
If she ends up at like an expansion team or at a lower level team, she's in trouble because they're gonna want her to play right away, right? More than likely they're gonna want her to play. Well, maybe she could do better at an expansion team, depending on what type of vets, how they handle the expansion draft. But if she goes to one of these lower level teams where they expect her to have to play right away, that could be really frustrating for her.
She could be better. She could be good in Washington. I think Washington would put her
weapons around her. So
I think Washington or Seattle would probably do for her because they got the pieces that could help her. She's not going to do good on an expansion team being the sole person.
Not at the beginning. I don't know. And the expectation of these expansion teams now is going to be that you're the Golden State Valks. You got to be more Golden State Valks than
she'll be good on she'll be good on a team that has another guard. Like if Seattle say we're going to bring, if Seattle going to go with Gabby, Nika, Jordan. I don't know if they're going to bring Nneka or Skylar back or whatever, and then they got Don Malunga. She would do well in that setting because those players would take the pressure off of her. Or if she go to Washington, she'll team back up with Sony, and then you got Kikiola, and then
Seattle has to prove it to me, right? Seattle, I ain't forgot that your locker room and your organization was totally flipped upside down. We had Noel Quinn. Who's in charge? What are y'all doing? What is the culture going to be like here? It's a question mark for me over Seattle. They've always been clunky, and then to have the back-to-back 2 years of kind of unrest in the back in the locker room is is that the best place for a young rookie to go to try to develop, or is it too much mess there? I don't know.
She'll probably do well in Washington the best. Washington would probably be the best bet for her because look, Sony and Kiki, they balled out last year. And then that coach, he's good with young players. So she's going to have to go to a team like that where she has young players. And plus Sony could take the ball handling. She could take the ball handling pressure off of her. I just don't like Olivia Miles' moxie. She to me gets rattled too easily. It's not hard to rattle her, get her off her spot. That's my only issue with Olivia Miles. And then defensively, I mean, she gets cooked. She'll probably be more of a weak side defender at the next level. You'll probably put her on a 4 or a wing player. You're not going to put her on the 1 or the 2. So she'll probably do that because of her size. But I don't know. I just don't like players like that who are easily rattled, who's easily to take out their game, because no matter how much they try, no matter how much weight they put on or strength or muscle they put on, it's still a mental game. Like basketball and football is like 90% mental. If you give 10% physical, like you'll stick around like the whole time. But mentally, that's what puts you in the certain echelons of the pecking order and when it comes time for contract talks. So I don't know. I don't see a lot from her like that. She disappears a lot to me. And then I don't see her doing well with a veteran coach. She's going to have to go to a coach like a Sidney Johnson in Washington who can teach her the game, coddle her, and actually rub her back, build her up. She's going to need that because she's just, I don't think she can take being coach hard. I don't think she could take that. So Washington, if she could fall there, cool, or fall somewhere. And plus, Seattle got a new coach. They got that new coach there. So that's why I was saying Seattle could also be well, too, because they cleaned house. They got rid of all the coaches, and they brought her in. And she picked her staff, I believe. So I would see her there or Washington. That would be her best bet. I don't want to see her with Cheryl Reeve, chat. Cheryl Reeve, she don't fit what Cheryl Reeve trying to do. Cheryl Reeve would fit better with like a Raven or a Kiki, those type of guards. Not Olivia. Olivia, a crack under Cheryl. Cheryl's too hard.
Well, it's gonna be interesting to see where they pick her at, and then how quickly she gets involved. It's gonna be interesting it's just gonna be interesting to see how that goes. We got 193 in the chat, y'all. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe and then ring the notification bell on both platforms. Welcome to HDiiTV and CessTalksSports. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's talk about Ohio State for a second. Let's stay in this Big Ten for a second. Let's talk about Ohio State for a second. Or should I say come back to the Big Ten? Who was talking Big 12? Interesting here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Jelani Cambridge, who looked really, really good to me this season. Kennedy Cambridge is a redshirt junior, going to be a senior next year. I just like her grit. She's going to play hard all the time. Mm-hmm. And he got kind of kids there who's going to be a redshirt sophomore next year, right?
Yep.
And then you got Limala, who is coming on, I think, a little bit later in the season. She seemed like she got it going a little bit earlier last season. I don't know if it was kind of like a sophomore slump or what we had going on. I don't know if it's injury there or what. But what exactly do you do with this team? Because, you got Chance Gray, who's been the shooter. She's a senior, so Chance will be out of there. Todd will be out of there. If you're those players, are you locked in at Ohio State? Do you listen? Do you take calls to go someplace else? Do you try to package yourselves up as a deal?
If I'm the Cambridge sisters, if I'm the Cambridge sisters, I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to get up out of there and go somewhere and click up with some other players, some other teams and stuff. I don't think that coach could get them over the top. I just don't see it, no matter who they bring in. And then you're gonna have you're gonna have Southern Cal reloaded next year. Oregon's gonna have a squad again. They were young this year. They're gonna have another year under their belt. Merlin is gonna get everybody back healthy again next year. I don't know. I don't really see them taking the next step. And then you got Iowa, you got Minnesota, Michigan. If they could get them a big or two, they gonna be tough to play. Michigan State finna come back. I just don't see Ohio State really making any noise like that. I would see Jelani. If she does stay, they'll have a great year. If they could possibly get one of these bigs from somewhere else who could come in and do what they got to do, then okay, I would stay if they could get some more talent. But if you can't really get no talent, I would just pack up and bounce. Like Jelani would be a solid point guard in the SEC. I would love her to go to like a Auburn or a Ole Miss or something. Her and the Cambridge. I would love to see them go where Coach Yo is at. Her and her sister, in my opinion.
So Kennedy is going to be a senior, right? So Jelani only has one more year with her. But with Kylie being a redshirt sophomore next year, I actually like Cambridge and Kits together. Okay. So to me, I think that they and Kennedy, Kennedy can play anywhere. But maybe I think the three of them. Hey, what's up, T the Great? What's happening, fam? I think you can you try. I don't. But our school's gonna take three players, right? Can you package yourself up as a deal and go, or does everybody end up split up? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm wondering. Yeah, I mean, the next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be Tennessee, so you can start thinking about them. Let's go.
Yeah, like I would see if I could package them. If I'm them three, I'm not gonna hold you. I would package a deal for all us to go to Coach Yo. Why not? You could take the Cody McMahon. You could take the Cody McMahon route, and then go there and build something there. And they would have a good shot there. To me, more than Ohio State. I just don't like the coach for Ohio State. Baby kids.
So what if you change the coach? Do you stay?
Then I would stay. Yeah, then I would stay. But I would stay if I could change the coach. I would stay, and I would go get a big. I would go get another big or something to help battle. I'm good. But if you can't change the coach, man, I'm not finna stay there and go through the whole year. Yeah, they need a wing. They need a wing.
They need to knock down shooter.
They need a wing. Yeah. If Gray bounces, they need a wing.
Well, she's not gonna bounce the senior, so I think she's gonna be out of eligibility. So.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, Miss D. Like if Coach Yo say I'm out and go to Florida, I mean, shit. I'm the Cambridge sisters and baby kids, man. I'm packaging that deal up. I'm just saying, like, if that coach does not, the coach say.
Plus, kids left Florida too.
Yeah, but remember that. Remember you had the cowgirl down there. The cowgirl.
Kelly Ray Finley was down there. Oh, Kelly Ray Finley was down there.
Mm-hmm. Now you got Coach Yo. Now you got Coach Yo, and if that coach for Ohio State decides to stay, man, I'm packaging all three of them. I'm like this. If I'm Kennedy, I'm like baby sis and Chloe. I mean, not Chloe. That ain't her name, but I would tell kids like, yo, Kylie, thank you, Kylie. Man, let's head out. Like Coach Yo, you'll have Liv there still if you decide to have her. And you got O'Neal daughter there. Along with that, man, I could do something with that. And then Coach O could bring somebody from Ole Miss. Man, look. Let's get this Golden State Warrior going on, man. I'm just saying, like, look, I don't trust that coach. I don't like that coach.
Joni needs some people coming in. I like Fats. But I don't remember if Fat Janae is a senior.
I like Joni, but Joni disappointed me, man. Like she was supposed to take.
Joni went on a nice run.
She went on a great run, and then it was like, we doing that, Joni. We doing that, Joni.
It was all she wrote, though. It was all she wrote. They didn't have nothing else.
But I at least had them winning that game, Auntie, and possibly losing the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like.
We wanted it for him. But it was like, y'all had a good run. We're going to quit pulling y'all had a good run.
It's like I like Joni, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think Joni a better coach than Yo. I like Yo slightly better.
They're different type of coaches. But
they are.
I ain't gonna hold Joni up. Joni can coach. Now Joni to knock down.
Yeah, Joni can coach. Yeah.
She did knock down ranked opponents, multiple ranked opponents each year. With not much talent on her team, I ain't gonna hold her. Like, she had a Koulibaly, and every year somebody get hurt when it get good. So something.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so, I mean, that's true.
Had the best of luck.
But look, I like Ohio State. Like I said, I'm with you. If the coach decide to say I'm bouncing and they get another coach, I would like them players together there. But if they still got that same coach, Auntie, man, I got a buck because. That coach don't do well in big games.
It seems like he has a good assistant staff, though. So,
He do. He got some great assistants. I just don't like him. I don't like his rotations, or I like the assistants though. If they could keep the assistants and move the coach, I'm good. They could stay. They could be Buckeyes.
Here's the thing though, too. If we're right and the transfer portal is going to go crazy, it's going to be so much talent in the portal. Teams can look totally different, right? If you can get in the portal and talk and recruit correctly, you can recruit a solid team to build with, because we're talking about a lot of young players, freshmen, sophomores, potentially getting into the portal. So, all right, Bookie, how you doing?
What's up, Danae? What's happening, baby?
So let's talk about Tennessee. If you're Tennessee, after we seen how all of that has gone, right? It went to. I'm
having a coming to Jesus moment.
It was a dumpster fire headed to Pump 5 at the Shell
Did
station.
They fire Caldwell yet?
No, they didn't fire Caldwell. Not that I heard. But if you're the talent there, what do you do? How do you feel the talent moves? How many people do you see getting in the portal potentially from Tennessee? You don't have to name names, just a number of players. If you have names that you think, share. If you want to, if you got a number of players, let me know. What do you think happens at Tennessee?
Let me see. Talasia Cooper, she got one more year, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, she's definitely gone. Barker's done. She got to go to the draft now, right?
Right.
Spearman, does she got another year?
Done.
So I see Cooper leaving, and possibly two more going. I don't know if the freshmen leave. I think they stay.
I've heard that a couple times. So if you're Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Cooper hits the portal. Let's start at Cooper. Cooper hits the portal. What schools should be calling Cooper? What coaches should be like, oh, Cooper, let me call Cooper? Who are those coaches that you like? Hey, y'all can't miss on that one. You get her on your roster next year. That's Final Four action for you. It's what you missed.
If I'm her, I would see where Coach Yo go.
No. What coach? If you're a coach, who's calling? What coaches should be calling her? So is it Coach G? Is it Coach Corey Close? Should Ohio State call? Should Washington call? Should Florida State call? What are those coaches? What
Ohio
coaches should be a player like Cooper?
Ohio State should definitely call because they're losing Gray. There's one. Excuse me. UCLA ought to call because they're losing Jaquez and Kiki and Lauren this year. I would have them call. If I'm Oregon, I see if I can get her up there because I like Oregon's coach. I think he's a good coach. I just think his talent is,
So you talking about a Talasia Cooper with a Katie Fiso. Interesting.
Yeah. I could also see her. I want to see her at Auburn. If I'm that coach, I'm calling her ASAP because I think that's what he needs. He needs 2 stars. And that'll help them cause some noise in the SEC. If I'm Florida, whoever I get as the next coach, I'm gonna try to get her and team her up with O'Neal and McGill if I could keep them. Now, I'm trying to bring her there.
You said Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I want to remind people about Auburn is this right here, right? This is what I want people to remember about.
Oh, thank you, Banjo baby. Merlin, yeah, that too. That was on my list too. But I don't know because you got Smichael coming back and McDaniels. I don't know.
Before we go to Maryland, I want to say this about Auburn, and this is about Auburn, and I don't know how much of a project she is. But let's remember that Vickers got a 6'9" redshirt freshman sitting on his bench. I don't know how much of a project she is. I don't know how much work they're gonna be able to do over the summer. But 6'9" SEC, with the right people around her, could be something to watch. He got a 6'5" junior. He need more size. He need more size because he got a lot of people whose height start with 5. But he got a 6'9". Katie Lay is still there too. it'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting what he's able to do. And then,
Yeah,
you know,
like I said,
and then Katie Duhan is a hooper, right? So what's up, Malik?
So I would. So that's what I would try to do. Yeah, but that's what I would do. Like I would have Auburn #1 on my list because I think Talasia looked like she wants to still be able to get the ball a lot in her hands. So I would look at Auburn. I will look at like I said, Oregon. I like Oregon, UCLA because UCLA's losing Neepkins, Jaquez, Kiki, and Lauren. So I would UCLA. I'm Corey Close. I'm trying to call her. Ohio State. I would try to call her because Gray is leaving because I just looked it up. Gray's a senior. So I would try to look to go. If I'm Ohio State coach, I'm trying to call her. And Joni, if I'm Joni, I'm trying to get anybody down there. If I'm Joni, I would try because I think Joni, she had on Barker at one time. So I would see if I can get Talasia to come over there.
You know, another interesting spot that I don't think people are talking about, but I think made some strides.
Texas too, yeah.
Syracuse.
Yeah, I like that coach for Syracuse. She's good.
You know, they got a little something over there. They got is OJ over there? The from Nigeria, the Nigerian center. So I know that it's gonna be Layla Phillips last year, but you know, I think that she got something going over there. Maybe she'll be able to land some more.
Because Dominique Darius is she? How's Dominique Darius? Is she she got another year, right?
I don't know. She's listed as a senior. So
okay.
I think she's done this year. But again, you know, if she get in the portal and build, she got a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomores here. Uche's a freshman, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot Uche. Yo, that'll be a nice combination. Layla, Uche, and Talasia. That'll be a sneaky team.
But Layla's gone, so you would need to bring a Talasia and somebody else. But what I'm saying is, there's a spot here. There are spots here at Syracuse, and Syracuse has already kind of been in the mix. Where players want to move around, and maybe they should consider Syracuse. Seem like they got a little money they spending.
Yeah, that would be a great look because that coach to me, I love how she relates to her players. I got a soft spot for coaches that the players roll with them, like the players rock with them like throughout. So I think she's dope. She brings that that mom, sort of that mom type of vibe, but it's like it's the mom you cool with, but you trip. She like, yo, what you doing? Like, give you that firm look. So I think that'll help Talasia because dealing with this chick.
You are so funny.
I think it'll be a great step in the right direction for her because this chick, Nathaniel. Now, what if Auntie Hidalgo say I'ma stay and she go play with Hidalgo? What if Talasia play with Hidalgo and then they got some recruits coming in, like, because Prosper's gonna be gone, the other chick gonna be gone, number 23, I think, like. And then they could get them another person to team up with her and Talasia.
Who is this you say?
Talasia. Like if Hannah decide to say, I'ma stay, and they go get Talasia and then get another player.
I would say that Noon Mass and South Bend would never be the same again. That's what I would say. That's what I would. Hey, you want to make a change at South Bend? Yeah, bring Talasia. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of be like when Joe Polachek got to the facts of life, man. When she got to Eastland, man, it just things changed. You know what I'm saying? Peak skill was never quite the same. You know what I'm saying?
Never was the
same. Change Blair Tootie's life forever. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Right.
You can bring Talasia Cooper. You can bring Talasia Cooper to Notre Dame if you want to. It'll never be the same.
Never be the same.
I see Frank Wright saying Talasia Cooper leaves Tennessee to go to Vandy.
That'll be a good move. But I mean, that'll be a good move. Because now you don't have to be Michaela or Galvin or Bus. But
yeah,
I mean, they didn't. But they didn't really utilize the two players. They didn't utilize the players there they had.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You possibly gonna have a Zoe and Zam problem. The only difference is that Galvin's more of a facilitator than Zam and Zoe. That's it. But other than that, she dominates the ball a lot. And her and Michaela, it's your turn, my turn. You know, no. Talasia ain't gonna thrive in that type of offense.
If you're the Pardo twins, what do you do? You say you think the freshmen stay. So you think they see?
Yeah, I think they're staying. I think Pardo's are staying. I think they stay. And it also depends on who they replace her with if they decide to let her go. But I think the Pardo twins will stay probably, and then they'll see what happens after this year. But I don't really see the freshman leaving because she was bumping heads. She was bumping heads with the upperclassmen mostly. She ain't really bump heads with the freshmen. The freshmen were like, we just finna hoop and then call it a day. She had problems with Barker, Talasia, and the other girl that was the senior that quit. That she only gave them a little bit of minutes to.
Oh, let me say this real quick, Audrey. It's not that I don't like Talasia back in South Carolina. I would love Talasia back in South Carolina. What I've never seen, and if it happened, remind me. I haven't seen Dawn be like, once you leave, come back. So I haven't seen somebody leave and come back. If it's happened, then let me know. But Dawn usually says, don't look back. So I don't know.
I don't see her going back to South Carolina.
Just her choice to just leave in the first place. So that's why I'm just not, to have Talasia Cooper on the floor would be awesome. But when I mentioned it before, I think somebody was saying that they didn't know if that was a real option.
Right. I mean, I don't see her going back to South Carolina. Like to be at South Carolina, like you got to sacrifice. And I don't think she wants to sacrifice. I think she wants to get her scoring up. She wants to be able to be like the focal point in the offense a lot more. When you go play with Don, you gotta sacrifice those 15, 18 shots you're used to taking. That's going to drop to 8 or 9 because you got to share the ball. It's a system. That's why she wins, because it's a system and the players there, they're mentally like, cool, we're here. Because Don know everybody not for her. But at the same time, Don's still going to breathe life into you as a player and as a woman. So I just don't see her going back. I see her going somewhere like, I would love her at like a Auburn or somewhere where she could be able to do her thing, because that's the type of player she want to be. And that's okay too. So I don't know. Because usually, like Auntie said, people who leave, they don't just say, I'm coming back. I haven't seen that yet. Right, Banji baby. Like she want the ball in her hand. She want to be able to go score. She want to be able to do her thing. She don't want to be sitting there running sets, and she wants to do her thing. And that's cool if that's what she wants to do. But if you want to win, you want to go to one of them schools that run that system for you to win, so everybody can eat. If you just want to get your stats up, be looked at by the W, your skill set, then you're going to go somewhere else. But I don't want her at Vanderbilt. And the reason why I don't want her at Vanderbilt, Michaela Blakes and Galvin, they get trigger happy too much. And there's going to be times they come down court, she's not going to touch the ball. I want Talasia to be able to touch the ball and do her thing, because she has a good game from the low block to the elbows. And she can shoot the three whenever she wants to or decides to. But Vanderbilt, no. I like Auburn. I like I said, Ohio State would be good for her. If she could play with, I think Cambridge is a better point guard to me than Michaela Blake's in Galvin. She would thrive with a Cambridge. That's to me. I don't like her. I don't like her with Michaela or Galvin. Michaela and Galvin, they trigger happy.
Not trigger happy.
They trigger happy, boy. They come down court. Oh, it's like, damn. I thought I was playing with, I'm playing with Chavez out here. Shit. Can I touch it? I can't touch the ball.
Let me say this too. And y'all said like Talasia wants the ball in her hand now. Because here's the thing. I also think that you go, like, you could have been someplace and been like, shit, I got to get out of here. I got to get the ball. And then you go someplace where you get the ball and you like, shit, I need to get back to where we win it. So it could
right. Right. That's what I'm saying.
You might want to change your mind. You know what I'm saying? You might have change your mind.
Look, I'm going somewhere where I can win.
I don't know if that was her situation, but in general, you may have people that are like, yo, I got to get out of here because I'm not getting the ball enough. I feel like I can impact. And then you actually get someplace and get the ball and be like, oh, I really don't impact like I thought I could. I did.
Right.
In a different type of situation. So I need to get back to that.
That's true too. Like, it's a way for her to get the ball and still win. That's why I would want her with a Jelani more than Michaela. That's why, because Michaela's a 2 guard. She's not really a 1. And then you got Jelani. Jelani actually knows how to, like, Jelani will sacrifice some shots. Like, she'll run the offense. She only had to score when she needed to score. But she not gonna come down court and I'm gonna just jack up this Steph Curry range 3. Like, no. She finna move the ball around. So you could do that. I just want her with the right point guard. I would love her there with Jelani, or like I said, UCLA would work because they're going to need somebody to me, because now that Kiki's gone, they're not really going to have an aggressive scorer like that. Baby Betts is okay, but she still needs some time. I think that'll help her out. I think Talasia will be able to get the ball and also play to win as well, because UCLA recruits a lot of good players over there too. So there'll be a good players around her. So I will look into that. Auburn, like I said, Syracuse, like Auntie said, that would be a good place. Like, I would love to see her with Uchi, because she's a beast. Man, that center for Syracuse, she was giving everybody the business. She a problem.
Yeah, and growing, right? And growing.
And she growing, man. She a problem.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be some shockers in the portal, Mondo. You didn't name 19 people going to the portal. You didn't name more people going to the portal than me. What you talking about? Do we think it's going to be some shockers?
Right.
You've been putting people in the portal since the season started.
Yeah. Mondo came in.
Yeah.
Hey,
portal. Like, oh, yeah, she won't be there next year. Like, wait a
minute. That's hilarious. You're right though, Mondo. You have, dog. Right when we ain't even get into play yet, you was like, they need to go here.
Nah. They'll be in South Carolina next year. Wait, but we ain't even seen them at the school they at yet. There you go,
that's
Mondo.
Funny.
Yours ain't shockers, man. Yours is shockers, bro. All of the players, Mondo, put your portal picks in the chat. Share them again so we can talk about it. You got some straight shockers in there.
Did you say I think you said Hannah go. I think he said at one time Hannah was gonna leave even before we got in the tournament time.
And he got Prawl out of there. He said
yeah.
He had Sybil gone before Sybil even took the floor. Who else?
Damn, Sybil. Damn.
He didn't have Sybil to South Carolina since the season started.
Damn, Mondo. And then I bet he ain't had nobody leaving UConn, did he? Mondo said, but everybody stay at UConn, plus we had Mo.
Come on,
I would love to see the Paldo twins. If that coach stays, man, I would love to see them bounce because I think she's gonna hinder them. I don't like her. I think she's gonna hinder them. That's if she stays.
So, okay. What do you think they need to do to show to be able to get to the league? I mean, they gotta tell me, because if it's just that they need some tape on them, then they'll get plenty of tape at Tennessee. If you think they need to show like a certain skill sets, then there may be different places that they need to go play. What you think?
I don't like her. If she's gonna be running the same, like, okay, if they stay right, they get another coach. Like, I want to see them more in a half court offense. Because all they do is this transition and shoot threes and then get downhill. I want to see them operate off of the action or initiating the action. I want to see more of that from them. This year, I didn't really get to see that. I got to see them more. Okay, I'm a run around, get to the 3-point line, or I'm gonna push the pace when I'm in transition. That's cool and all, but when you get to the next level, they're gonna take that shit away from you. What are you gonna do to counter that? So that's why I want to see them in more half-court sets. Her problem was they didn't have no good half-court sets. Like, they were strictly, we gonna run to the 3-point line. It's not gonna be any in-between game. It's not gonna be any to the paint, to the post. So I don't really like them for her. If they could get a coach who could actually run a system with them, like a half-court set, because they find everywhere else freelance and playing freelance basketball. They could do that well, but I need to see them what do you call it? Oh God, I had it on my head. Yeah, I need to see them in an environment where they have consistency, playing the half court, being able to play off of the ball and being able to move, because they can't just be having the ball in their hand all the time and having to shoot threes. That's not going to work. I want to see them counter that. I want them to get to the mid-range more and get downhill more. Her offense is terrible. And then I don't think she really teaches well. I don't even think she really knows what she's doing. I think it's too much for her. That's why she snapped like she did. That's why she snapped. That's why she unraveled when she did.
Unraveled? What?
She unraveled.
It led to her unraveling?
Okay. Man, yep. It led to unraveling because, look, once they stopped what she do well, she didn't know how to counter that. She didn't know how to do anything different. She kept trying to beat a horse. And that's all she was trying to do. It's like, look, it's over with. The horse is gone. No, I got to keep digging. Got to keep digging. Got to keep poking. I got to keep poking. Like, no, like, is gone. He unalived. It's time to move on. She don't want to do that. She want to try to get out in transition all day. And that's not going to work in the SEC. Man, once they shut that in the ACC, that'll work. That's where she need to go, to the ACC. She could do all that bullshit in the ACC, but that ain't going to work in the SEC. You got to be able to do well in the half-court offense. You're going to have to learn how to do other things besides full-court press, and then we going to run and then run everything to the 3-point line. Once I take you off the 3-point line, what else you going to do? Because you ain't going to get to the paint. Not in the SEC like that. You ain't finna just get to the paint and score like that. I don't care who they think they are. I agree, Mondo. Paldos can play in the right system. I agree. Man, Kim couldn't coach us out of a damn telephone booth. Kim so bad. And then that face of her at the end when they were losing was the perfect picture to put on her season. That was the perfect picture. Yes, you gotta get out that full court press. Like, man, throw that shit. Like, it's cool to press, but to do it every play, that's not gonna help your team thrive. Like, you got to be able to counter stuff. Like when you go at a Geno Smith, Auntie knows this. You know you can't keep going at Geno with the same bullshit. You gotta switch it up. We gotta switch it up. We gotta try something else. What's up, Shonda? So I mean, if Kim Caldwell stays, I'm getting up out of there.
This is the thing. Here's the thing. I guess my question is this: if she could switch it up, right? It shouldn't have to wait till next season. You should have came back better prepared this year. And that's my thing. You came back and felt like in the SEC after everything you went through, and you know that it's hard and it's tough and it's a battle every night, and you can't take one game off. You came back with the exact same plan that didn't bring you the success that you were looking for the next year, with the thought that, oh, it was just the players. You didn't look at anything about you. There was no inner check, right? There was no self-check where she was like, shit, what can I do? She basically was like, it's all the seniors and the veteran players' fault. And if they get on the boat, get on the train and do what the hell I say do and buy into what I'm saying, then we'll win. That's not going to bring success in the SEC. What you did at Marshall is not going to win here. So, I mean, I'm trying to understand what we're giving it another chance for. But okay, I'll ride it out with y'all if you want me to.
I wouldn't give her another chance. Like I said, like I would get rid of her and I would start with a whole nother coach, because look at the last game they played. They lost 76-64. Like Talasia Cooper didn't even come out after the first half. She just stayed in the locker room and left. The senior, she disrespected her. And then everybody else just checked out. That's not a good look when your team check out. That just shows that you're incapable of galvanizing the troops, and you're incapable of making the team come back and like, okay, let's take it up another notch. We messed up. When she put all of them under the bus when she did, that's what messed them up. And right then and there, I even told you, I'd have fired her right there. She'd have got fired. Like you'd have got fired, or I would have sent you home, and then we would have led up to you being fired, because you just don't do that with a team. And then the thing with Janiah Barker, like early in the year, like you didn't gain her respect. You didn't gain her respect. And then when Whitehorn left, that was kind of sketchy how y'all just dismissed Whitehorn like y'all did. So it's like you already got 3 strikes coming into the season, and we ain't even really get there yet. So if Tennessee wants to salvage this program and they want to get better, they want to be like how Tennessee has always been, they need to move on from her and get a coach in there, a real coach. Like, I wouldn't mind if Sydney Carter go there, or somebody of that, or like that, or hell, Noel Quinn probably would go there. I would put Noel Quinn there because it's Tennessee. It has the aura. Noel Quinn will come in, and I think she can straighten it up, and she can build a relationship with those young women there. They need a coach who can salvage relationships, because right now, all these players are like, man, what we going to do? Is we going to be here? Is we going? I think the freshmen staying because I think they just want to, they probably like it there. But what if the freshmen come out and say, Auntie, okay, I'm out. Then what? Then what you going to do now? Then you got your other class you got to worry about. How many people have decommitted from you? Because there probably could have been some people decommitting from watching what she did. So if they want to salvage it, they should have been moved on to her. Like I told you, I'd have fired her once she put her team under the bus like that, because it really wasn't the team's fault. The problem was you were ill prepared to win games. Let's be for real. She got the big head because she beat Geno last year. She hung her hat on that. And instead of her coming back with a plan, she thought, I'm going to come with the same bullshit, and disrespected everybody in the SEC like nobody ain't going to bust your ass after seeing that bullshit you did last year. You got away with that. That was one season. Now, I done got the whole summer the game plan on your ass. Now it's time for me to take you out. And that's what they did. She couldn't recover. She was lost. That's why she over there blaming Barker, blaming Talasia, dismiss Whitehorn, blaming Spearman, calling players out like, oh, well, we got into it at halftime. Well, why did you get into it at halftime? What did you say to push Talasia over the edge? Talasia been with you the whole season up to this point, right? You losing to Alabama, all of a sudden, now it's like, all right, you not playing the second half. Oh, something happened in the back. Well, what happened in the back? Like, why did it even happen? Like, you got to know the temperament of your team. You know how I always say, Auntie, you got to have a pulse of your team. You got to have a pulse of your team. You got to know what person to talk to, what button to push. You can't push everybody buttons the same. Some people you just got to sit down and say, yo, man, let's have a one-on-one talk. Some people you got to, man, come on. You can do it. Let's get that done. Some people got to be like, look, man, stay over here, man. Look, what can we do to get you going? You know, like, you got to know when to switch it with each person. You can't come at every person like you're better than them or you're talking down to them, man. Some people gonna be like, what? Anyways, yo, man, run this play. This is the play we're gonna do. Because that's what they were doing. They deviated from all them plays. Even when Dawn said what she said, like, I wouldn't have said that when I wouldn't have said that. And then look what you did to Coach Yo. You disrespected Coach Yo because she put belt to ass because you couldn't take it. Like, you got to move on from her because I don't see them doing well next year with her still in place. You're not gonna do well with her, not with her style.
Okay.
And I don't trust the Paldos there with her. She's gonna regress their game. And they got a ceiling because I don't like to use the word potential. They got a good ceiling. Mia does. Maya. Not so much. Maya's okay. I like Mia more. I think she's gonna be the one that take off.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I'm gonna say. I think that Mia can thrive in a situation playing with players like being used like she's used at Tennessee. Maya, I think, is has to be in a different system, but can also thrive. Right. I think that she's a knockdown shooter. She's a cerebral player, and she can handle the ball. So I think they're both good, but I think that for them to reach their maximum potential, they can't be a package deal. They have to go and be successful in the systems that allow their games to be successful, and that's not both.
Right.
Of them.
Yeah.
One of them at Tennessee for me.
Yeah, that's what I want from them. No, you're right. No, I agree with that because you put it in better words than I put it. Like that's how I'm thinking. Like they got to be in something that utilizes them because they're too damn good. They got wasted this year. I don't like, Auntie, when you got players or you got a squad and you just waste the talent on your squad. You don't do anything to harness that talent. You don't know how to put that talent in the right position to be successful. That's what she did. She squandered everybody. She squandered Spearman. She squandered Barker. She squandered Talasia. She squandered the Paldos, Nia Roberts. She squandered all of them. Squandered it, and there's no coming back from that. So you need to get a new coach in there who's going to know how to utilize Mia and Maya and whoever else comes in who comes to play next year. You got to know how to utilize those players, and you got to be able to talk to them. You can't talk down to kids these days. These kids are coming in, getting the bag. Plus, a lot of these kids don't get talked down to by their parents. So you got to know how to talk to people. She don't look like she know how to talk to people, especially Black young women. I don't think she know how to handle that. And that's bad as a coach.
Absolutely. I mean, just out of touch, right? These aren't the type of young women she's used to dealing with. So there's that.
Jay, that's a great point. She just blaming her players like where's the accountability? Like, bro, where's the accountability? Where's the accountability? I don't see any accountability. Every time she go to the damn presser, it's like she crying, help, please, help me. And I'm like, that's not a good look. Because you're trying to make it seem like your kids are delinquents, and I don't like that. Because you're not gonna call no young black women no delinquents. Not on my watch. I don't give a damn who you are. That's the way she came off to me. Maybe it was different to y'all, but it came off as they were delinquents and they were out of control. And y'all know what that stigma's been put on us. I don't like that. And to me, that's when we're stepping away from basketball.
They definitely allow her to get away with that.
Yeah, because they let her get away with it because you should have been checked that shit. And they just was like, nah, we just gonna let it go. Let it go? It's me. You want to see this from our couch. What you think the parents and other people are looking at? Up close.
But the other thing though is if this is what you're doing, how you get down in front of the camera with a mic in front of you, how do you get down when there's no camera and no mic? Right? If you're comfortable enough to this is how you like this how you just gonna handle us. And what are you doing when the camera not on you? How you
Bruh, like that's scary, y'all. Like I want y'all to think what me and Auntie are saying. That's scary. Cause she's a blonde-haired white woman. Y'all got to think about it. She's a blonde-haired white woman. Think about it. And she's making it look like her kids are belligerent, delinquents, and they're just talking to her any kind of way. That's a bad 2 and 2 to put together. That's terrible.
You have to know that as a coach. You have to know that. It's your responsibility to know and understand that it has that type of connotation.
Yeah.
Right? You got to know that.
Yeah.
So I think that just speaks to like her lack of experience as a coach. But again, it goes back to like you said, Don said I wouldn't even say it that. But I mean, at this point, to be a head coach in the SEC, those are things that you should already know. Period. You shouldn't even be cut like that. Those are things that you already have to know when you're at this level in this league for who you're supposed to be, especially at that school with that history and that legacy. You know, I'm saying that as your foundation. So she's got to do better, or she's got to get the hell out of there. Either way.
Exactly, Lorenzo.
I don't know that I see that she can be better, so it's probably just get out of the way.
Hell no, I told you she should have got fired when she said that bullshit. And I'm with Lorenzo in the comment section, like, yeah, she look like she about to cry. Like, bro, that's not a good look. Like that be my issue with the other side of the pendulum. They don't notice things like that because they've been conditioned their whole life to do that. And then when they get around us, they're not prepared to deal with us because they have a connotation in their head of how we are. And when you're exuberating that to the people in the public, that is dangerous. And not only that, you lose a lot of players. A lot of those good, talented players that are our color, they're not going to play with you because they look at you. The parents look like, hold on, what the hell wrong with this white girl? What you doing? You wilding. You can't handle that. So you might have to go back to St. Prairie or House on the Prairie and go do your coaching. That you might have to go do that. You not prepared for the SEC because that's the most players that are going to come to the SEC look like me, Auntie, and y'all in the chat. And if you're not used to dealing with that, you got to go.
Let me ask you this: what if the goal is to recruit a different type of a different looking player?
Hey, that might be it too.
Maybe they want to change what Rocky Top looks like. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I don't know. I'm just asking.
No. I'm saying like, I'm going along with you. We on this road, we riding. Like, yeah. Look, that might be it. That might be it. We might be seeing some brightness on that team coming next year. Because if they keep her, you finna clean house. That's what it means. You finna get rid of a lot of these players. And she's probably going to bring in that player from House on the Prairie. I mean, hey, just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, that's interesting.
Yolanda, not House on the Prairie. Yeah, House on the Prairie. Look, hey, listen. You know. That's all I gotta say. You know.
Not even if you know. I ain't playing with you. You know what you're doing.
You know. Hey, Auntie, you know you was the general in the living room with the candlestick in your hand.
Hey, the general in the living room with the candlestick. You know how I go. You know. So, oh, man, we gotta go to another team. My babies, my other babies fell short. I can't even say fell short. As you said, they choked. Louisville Cardinals. What the hell happened? Talk about it.
Man, look. I was expecting I don't want to take away from the season that Taj had, because Taj had a hell of a season. She did a great job this year. I loved watching her play. I was expecting her down the stretch to kind of take over more. It kind of didn't come into fruition. Duke's defense, my year in them kind of gave her problems. And the defense down the stretch for Louisville failed them. Duke hit some big threes down the stretch. And that number 4 for their team, Riley Nelson, shout out to her, because she was quiet the whole game, but when it got to the 4th and overtime, she hit some big shots for them to win. And for Louisville, I felt they choked because I felt like Taj to me was being a lot too passive a little bit. Shout out to baby Zebo, McKinley. That's her name, McKinley Randolph. Please remember that name, because she's gonna be something special. Amari, man, that's my dog. I love Amari. Amari came to play. I just think when Taj didn't Taj had 12, 5 of 11, 2 for 3, 3 boards, 1 assist. I expected her to have at least 5 assists or 6 and then have about 15, 16 points. I was expecting that from her, and I didn't get that. So Louisville, like those last 2 games, man, when they got punched in the mouth, it kind of like rattled them a little bit, kind of had them on edge. Then they took the lead, and I was like, okay, they got the lead. I'm expecting Taj. Come on, Taj. We got the lead now. We got the lead. I need you in. And they couldn't close on either end of the floor. I expected more from Louisville. I can't really blame the coach this time. I just felt like they just got outplayed down the stretch. And they didn't capitalize on the lead they had. And I felt like Taj should have played a little better, but hey, that was just that game, y'all. Taj had a great season. I don't want to take away from her season. She had a great season.
We watched 2 different games. To me, and I'm gonna say this about Tatiana. Tatiana had an okay season for me. It wasn't what I expected from her.
Okay.
What she did last year, I expected some growth. I saw some growth. She's still leading the team. I think my expectations didn't factor in that last year. You had a Corcoran there that people were, that was probably at the top of the scout. So Taj was at the top of the scout. She got to learn how to be at the top of the scout. Mm-hmm. I think that when Barry starts to, we were talking about this in the mansion. Commish pointed out, Barry will be able to start next year. She'll be able to step into a starter role next year.
Absolutely, yeah.
But my problem with Louisville is, and it wasn't Tatiana, it wasn't Amari Berry, it wasn't any of that. My problem with Louisville was actually with the coach, because I felt down the stretch, Coach, you sold yourself, you sold your soul on Ziegler and Istanbulolu, and you had Hardy sitting on the bench. If nothing else, the kid could rebound, bounce, be bouncy, and pass the ball out. Rim protection. So when you needed rebounding, when you needed rim protection, I didn't think that down the stretch you should have went with both Istanbululu and Ziegler down the stretch. You needed to make a decision to have one of them on the floor or go with an offensive defensive kind of rotation to give yourself a better chance to get some rebounds and outlet and putbacks. Hardy almost had a putback that they thought she was gonna dunk. They got so excited about the kid. They was like, "Oh my god!" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is a deterrent at the end of the game that you want to be able to have out there. And I just didn't think that Ziegler and Istanbulolu, and they've had great seasons, right? I didn't think that they had the foot speed or the athleticism to really make a difference down the stretch. And having them both on the floor, I think, kind of cost Jeff down the stretch. But that's my opinion. I think.
Oh no, you cool. I just
a little bit more rotation.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're not wrong. I just differ, and I'm. It's not a disagreement. I just differ because I just think I needed Taj to take that game over down the stretch, and I'm with you. I don't know if she's accustomed to being the main focal point, being game planned against. So maybe when the tournament come, they'll learn their mistakes and then they'll step up. But if they don't make it far next year with Amari Berry in the starting lineup, because I think Amari should have started this year. Like, man, she was low key kind of carrying them, scoring a lot of games. So, well, I mean, hey, we'll see.
Even if she didn't start off the season starting Nephew, I thought that she kind of grew into some games where you need to look at her maybe as a start. I don't know if he did or not.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't think
from
he
a
did.
Perspective and her mindset perspective, right? Mindset is always whatever it take to win. I'm doing what it take to win. I like that mindset from her. But you talked about McKinley Randolph. I wanted to go back to her really quickly. Just matured over in front of our face, right? The kid just matured. I remember earlier in the season, people were like, "She's starting," and then by the end of the season, like, and ball in her hand, time to close type stuff, right? We counting on you to be a difference maker. So shout out to her for the development of growth.
Auntie, she had 11 big time boards, and she had some big boards down the stretch. Like, we were watching, and this is why I love that. This is why I'm so glad that Auntie got a platform. I got a platform because Auntie know me from football, doing all day football. All my football guys was in there like, that's baby Zebo. We was excited yesterday watching the game. Like, we've been watching her all year. And for me to watch her father, because I'm a huge fan of her father. I am a Zebo guy. You can't tell me shit about Zebo.
Hey, shout out Zebo. Shout out Zebo for knowing how to not make it about him. Shout out Zebo.
That's what I love. See, Auntie, that's what I love. That's what I love. That's what I love, Auntie. I love that. A parent making it about the kid. It ain't about you. And somebody at LSU need to hear that. Because Malaysia won the other day. Y'all lost. But anyway, that's another story. I ain't going to be petty. I'm just saying that you...
There you go. It's that winning in real life. Go ahead.
Right. Winning in real life. Yeah. But remember, Auntie, they need to know Malaysia won. They lost. But like I said, he didn't make it about himself. He didn't make it all on him. He speaks up his daughter all the time. She also went to the Mamba Academy. Kobe put some gems in her before he bounced and left us too fast, too early. And look, she stepped up as a leader. She stepped up as that energy for them. And it's because of her, Auntie, they had a chance to win the game. Her both ends of the floor was great. I just feel like Taj, if she could have gave me 16 and like 6, I believe they would have won by 3 or 4. That's all I needed from Taj. And I just think that she's just not used to the moment yet, but I believe she got the talent to get there. She might get there in the tournament. We don't know. She might get there next year, but I just think that if she could have gave me a little more, they would have beat Duke because they fouled Toby out the game. Toby was gone. So they had a chance to win. It's just And you're right, the coach rotations, like, but I've never been a fan of Louisville coach. I just don't like I don't know. He come off as Nate Tibbetts to me from Phoenix. Like they just look like they there for the celebrity or whatever. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I don't. He remind me of Nate Tibbetts. They just there for show. Like they're not there for the substance.
All right, come on, Jeff, get your hands out your pocket, man. We got
right. Like do something. Like do something. You over there with your hand in your get your hand up my pocket. Like you got it in your pocket. Like I'm good. Shit. I'm staying right here. I'm in the camera.
You mentioned Duke. Somebody that just fell off the face of the earth with Duke, right? Jaden Donovan. We're not talking about Jaden Donovan anymore, right?
Oh man. No, we're talking about Taina Myrie.
But Taina Myrie is going to be a senior, so she's going to be gone. Is Jaden Donovan back in Duke next year, or do you think Jaden gets in the portal? I think she's injured now. Y'all tell me. When
Jaden needs to leave, and it's not so much with like about the coach. It's just that the coach her system just don't work with Donovan. Like Donovan needs to go somewhere like a Virginia or like a Florida State or somewhere like that of the same, like where she could just do her thing. I think she needs to be in a system where her game doesn't have shackles on it. Because at Duke, it's kind of has shackles on it if it ain't really about you. That's what I think she ought to do. Because I don't think she's a bad player. I just don't think she fits that scheme they're running. So
we know. Okay, so maybe Jaden Donovan is out. Ashlyn Jackson is a senior, so she's gone. Haley Johnson, senior. Emma Coble, senior. Taina Myrie, senior. Olivia Martin, senior. What should Toby Fournier do? Because to me, it looks like Duke is going to look totally different next year. Does he stick around? What does she do?
If I'm Toby, I'll try to go play with Kim Mulkey. That's what I would do. I would go to LSU. Either LSU or I would go to I would either go there or I would go to I like Georgia. I think Georgia would be a good look for her. Also, Auburn. Michigan. I would look at Auburn as well.
Michigan, go play with Silas Swords.
Yeah, Michigan. Yep. Never mind. I scratched that. Go to Michigan. Michigan need her. Like, Michigan should have been on the plane like, hey, what's happening? Like Michigan is, listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. Michigan is so soft. They need a Toby. Toby will bring some toughness to them because they soft. They don't got no 5 or 4. I like the other girl. Yeah, Michigan or LSU. She need to go to one of them two. Those are the two she need to look at going to. Or she might look at UConn because Sarah Williams gonna be gone. So hey. I mean, it's plenty places she can go. I don't know, though, if she's going to leave Duke. I don't know how close her and Carrie is. It seemed like they're real close. But if she's trying to win, I'm trying to go to one of them 3. UConn, LSU, or Michigan. I'm going to one of them 3. That's what I'm doing because Duke ain't going to really have nobody. They're going to be a whole young team again, and they're going to have to go through a gauntlet. And then you don't even know how the ACC going to shape up because you're possibly going to have people moving around going to other teams in the ACC. So, hey.
I expect Louisville to get stronger in the ACC. I expect
Louisville going to be tough.
I expect them to grow from this year. I do.
Yeah. They're going to be tough next year. Louisville going to be I got them front running next year already.
Yeah, because I had them in my Final Four this year. They not gonna make it. Louisville and Michigan, I had them in my Final Four. I don't think they're ready.
Michigan, Michigan just soft to me. They don't have that. They don't have a post player that's dominant. That's their issue. They don't have anybody who can control the paint. That's the only reason why they lost to Iowa, UCLA, UConn. They don't have anybody in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get them somebody in the paint, they'll be good. Michigan will be tough. I trust Louisville, Yakub. I just don't trust the coach. I just don't like the coach, man. He just, like I said, he remind me of Nate Tibbetts. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you've been following me for these past 2-3 years, like he like Nate Tibbetts to me, man. Like they just there for the show. They're just there for their ego to get stroked. Like they just don't come off as coaches to me. How good I think Southern Cal gonna be? I think they're gonna be straight. I just think the coach gonna be the downfall. Like they don't have a good coach to me. And to me, Southern Cal needs an offense. They need an assistant who knows offense. They need to fire one of their assistants. They need to go get a coach who knows offense, who knows how to draw plays up off the ball or with the ball, know how to put a system together, because I don't want Juju with the ball in her hand all day next year. You need they don't have offense. They're having the same issues my Orlando Magic are having. They don't have an offensive coach. Like the offense is so garbage. It's no ball movement. They don't really have a strong point guard. I mean, like I said, the only way they'll do good is if they win in spite of that bum coach. That's it. They're going to have to win off of talent. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for them to go far in the tournament next year. You said Jasmine getting out of Southern Cal. Well, I just saw her and Juju on something saying they can't wait to play together. That was just a day ago. So I think she's coming back. Yeah, she's coming back. Jazzy's coming back next year.
Good for her.
Because her and Juju were already, they just did a whole thing yesterday or the day before. And they were like, man, I can't wait to play with you next year. Kennedy coming back too, what I heard. So we'll see. I just don't like the coach. Me and Auntie have talked about the coach. People get on us because we don't like the coach. I don't know why that person liked the coach. Like, I just don't like the coach. Like, the coaches don't come off as a coach to me. Like, she need to be somewhere teaching or in the library or something. So I don't know. What's up, James? Yeah, her and Juju gonna be dangerous together, but it ain't gonna mean shit if the offense is stagnant, bro. Like, I don't want to see Juju dominating the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want Jazzy dominating the ball like that. So they need a point guard, and they need to get a coach who knows offense. That's all they need. They both off guard, need 20 shots. Well, they're going to take 20 shots together, bro. Like I said, they just did something yesterday. Jazzy, like, I can't wait to play with you next year. Jazzy, I know y'all want her to go. Jazzy playing with Juju next year, bro. It is what it is. They just got to get rid of that coach. That's all. We got robbed. Yeah, we got robbed because the coach ran Juju into the ground. Like, y'all remember we were saying, like, she had the ball too much in her hand, and we didn't feel comfortable with her making it that far in the tournament because their offense was terrible. She was the only one scoring. They didn't utilize Kiki. She almost cost Kiki a high draft pick. So we got to see. We got to see what they're going to run. Yeah, Jay, I don't like her either. Southern Cal is the premier destination for the top big in the portal. Look, the girl can recruit. I can't take none from Godly with recruiting. She can recruit. She's a hell of a recruiter. She's a hell of a person keeping people there. Her issue is it's like she's not a good coach. You can be a great recruiter. Like Gary Redis, who leaving LSU going to Rutgers. Happy for him getting his job opportunity.
What makes Southern Cal the premier destination for the top big in the portal? What does Southern Cal program say about this is a place that the top big in the country should come to? What have they done with a top big? What have they done with a top big in the country? Period. They had Kiki looking like she couldn't play hoop. She had to get to the WNBA to get her work back up. Nah, I don't see them as a top destination for a premier big in the portal, especially not because they already got too many players, too many people at they school anyway. Period. The top big in the portal would come there and have to be the 4th or 5th option on that roster. It's the same reason Kennedy Smith needs to get out of there. You got Sataya Fagan up there, you got Sanaya Hall there, you got Juju Watkins there, and you got Jazzy Davidson there. It's not it is not the premier destination for the top big in the portal. For what?
I'm just saying, because you like Steve just said it. You got Juju, Jazzy Hall, you got Kennedy, you got all these players coming.
If you're the top big in the portal, you want to go there and be the 5th option for what?
Auntie, everybody don't have that mindset to go be the number 1 somewhere. They don't. Like, there's some people who want to go there because of the flag.
That's some big in the portal. We talking about the top big in the portal. The top big in the portal gonna have all the schools calling. The top big in the portal is gonna be the one that's gonna be looking to try to go number 1 or 2 in the draft. You don't get to be that by being the 5th option on some offense that ain't even gonna win the Big Ten next year.
But I'm just saying, they could be looking at it like, well, Juju gonna be gone because she leaving after next year, and you got a couple other people leaving. It'll just be you and Jazzy there. That's probably how she looking at it. They could look at it like that. I mean, it's different ways they look at it, but I mean, that's all I'm saying. Now, if you're speaking
right now.
Now, if you're speaking to me as if the top big was my daughter or something, or I was advising the top big, I would go to Michigan if I was the top big. That's just me, because it would be the perfect fit. And the players that they have in Michigan, they're not real ball dominant. But if it's a regular big and I don't have no say in it, that big will still look at going to US Southern Cal because of the players that are there and the attention they get from the media. They might want to be seen more. So I mean, it could go both ways. But if I'm the top big, I'm not going there, but they still could, because
here's the thing: Southern California is not a premier destination for anything women's basketball. Let me just go and put it out there. Period. Period. I'm standing on that. It ain't the premier destination for anything women's basketball. Period. What have they done?
They haven't done nothing since Lisa Leslie.
See.
I mean, I'm just being real. They haven't done nothing since Lisa Leslie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like they haven't done nothing since Lisa Leslie, and Juju just got there.
I know that. Big Bets is gone. Sienna Bets is still at UCLA.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, like I said, Sienna's Bets is still going to be there, but like I said, the only way I see the top big going there is if they want to play with Juju and they want to get the notoriety or whatever. But that's the only way I see them going there. I don't really see anybody really just going there to go there unless they either get paid some good NIL money or they want to play with Juju. Other than that, I don't really see anything Southern Cal is giving me. It's not giving me LSU, South Carolina, UConn vibes, Michigan vibes. It's not giving me that. So
if you're a big that want to play with Juju when she gets to the WNBA.
Yeah, I agree. But that's why I'm saying that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's what I was saying. I was just saying, like, the destination, like, yeah, like that's that. I mean, that's the only way I see them going there. But I feel you. Like, wait till the W and whatever. Yeah, a lot of top players come out of Cali. You cool. Like, nobody's not saying that. We're not saying no top players come out of there. We're just saying what would be the reason for you as a top player wanting to go to Southern Cal. That's all we're saying. We're not dissing Southern. We're not dissing South California.
No, I am. Let me stand on business about what it is I'm saying. I'm not saying that there are not top players that come out of the state of California. I am saying for sure that there's nothing big coming out of Southern Cal women's basketball program. The Southern Cal's women's basketball program has developed. Southern Cal's women's basketball program is benefiting right now from Juju being there. But once Juju is there, once Juju is gone, I'm not believing in that program to go do anything. I don't think that Juju is going to lead them to win the Big Ten or a national championship. And the only reason, as I said last year, that Coach G is still there is because Juju got hurt. Otherwise, she was fired at the end of last year. Juju getting hurt saved her job. Otherwise, Southern Cal is in fucking trouble. They haven't built a program. There's not a standard there. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I'm the top big, they also gonna look at Ohio State because Jelani and Big Sis Cambridge, they might stay with baby kids. So I mean, Southern California, I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody was talking about their ass until Juju got there. I'm just being real. Nobody cared about Southern Cal. What's up, Paige? What up, MJ?
And nobody's gonna be talking about their ass after Juju leave.
Nope.
Go ahead, nephew.
No, I was saying, what up, Paige, and what up, MJ? I agree. I mean, nobody was talking about them. Like I said, if I'm a top big,
if they coach is gone soon, then we'll have a different conversation. Then I told y'all to get rid of their coach 2 years ago. So
yeah,
if that coach is gone soon, then I'll have a different conversation about Southern California. Until then, yeah, they not Juju, and that's it. I'm sorry. That's it.
I mean, I agree. I mean, look, I don't like nobody was talking. I ain't even know Southern Cal still was existing before Juju got there. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I knew about UCLA, but I ain't really hear about Southern Cal.
In trouble.
Yeah, but you're cool.
Here's the thing.
But you're cool. You're agreeing with us, though. You're agreeing with us, though.
We've already seen somebody just rebound and get drafted next to the number one pro prospect in the nation. That doesn't necessarily make you stick at the next level. Period.
My bad, mocha latte. I'm just being real. Like, look, I ain't heard of them till Juju got there. Before that, I think Lisa Leslie was there and somebody else. Other than that,
and every time a Southern California fan they get to talking about when they won it with the ladies of Troy and all of that.
Right.
How many Southern Cal games did you really watch, go to, tune in, check for before Juju got there?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that had some Southern Cal tickets before Juju got there, let me know. Put a 5 in the chat. Let me know you had a Southern California jersey before Juju got there.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Let me see the 5. Let me see the 5s blow up the chat.
Well, Kyrie, after Juju leave, they're not going to talk about Jazzy on that level of a Juju. No.
Y'all better hope that fucking star power stay there. That's what y'all better hope. Y'all better hope that star power stay there. Y'all better hope that star power stay there. Man, I waited all this time, bro. 1-5 came in. See what I mean? No motion. No motion. I appreciate you putting that 5 in, though. I appreciate you putting that 5 in.
But MJ, you from that area. You from over there, though.
Salute to you. 1-5 came in.
Okay, Mocha, we got 2 fives. Okay, we got 2 fives.
And you only got one because your cousin went there. See what I'm saying? If cousin wasn't there, you wasn't even gonna be there.
Hey, don't do Mocha like that. Don't do Mocha like that, Auntie. Auntie said you only said that because your cousin went there.
Yeah, it's only because your cousin was over.
And MJ, you from the area, so you should know. I'm the only one who talk about Florida State. Why? Because I'm from there. Come on, that don't count.
Hey, look, I don't want to hear nothing about no. Here's the thing: I don't hear nothing about no. You was a Trojan football fan, because I'm not talking about Trojan football. I'm talking about Trojan basketball. So if you didn't have women's Trojan basketball tickets, if you didn't have if your USC Trojan jersey is Cheryl Miller's or Juju's, then you're excluded from this conversation. Now tell me about what y'all did since Lisa Leslie now.
Man, let me look this up. I gotta look this up because Auntie got me in the bag. We gotta do this.
Check it out.
Oh man, I gotta see this.
And the cold part is y'all gonna fuck around and Sharman over there at Cal Berkeley gonna fuck around and win before.
Yo, yeah.
Y'all keep fucking with Sharman if y'all want to.
All right. Yeah, Cal. They looking good.
She's steady building something over there.
Mm-hmm.
Steady building something.
I love what she did with Sakima this year and Shepard.
See, here's the thing, Dark Twain. You disrespect Kiki so much. Just going there and being Kiki ain't the same, because what you don't realize is that Kiki is special. Can't just anybody just go do it. If they could, then the person that's there right now would do it. Stop! Don't disrespect Kiki Iriafen like that. That's a disrespectful take on Kiki. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was disrespectful, and plus, dog, Kiki was hooping at Stanford. What are you talking about?
That's crazy as fuck. Just any unhappy being can just
you just take that 1 year
and be Kiki Iriafen. You sound crazy as fuck. Just any unhappy being can just go stand next to Juju and then go be Kiki Iriafen. Make it make sense.
That was real disrespectful. Because it's because of Kiki that Cam
you didn't say Toby. You didn't say Toby. Your statement, and this is what I be talking about words matter. Your statement, don't clean it up now. You're moving the goalpost now, trying to throw Toby in there. What you said was unhappy bigs.
Right.
It's unhappy bigs all over the goddamn nation. Now, if you wanted to say Toby go to Southern Cal and do that, say that. But words matter. Any unhappy big just can't go stand next to Juju and then go be Kiki. Fuck out of here with that tape.
Exactly, Jabari. Kiki was Kiki before she even got there. Like, this dude here delusional. You out your mind disrespecting Kiki. Kiki was already hooping.
I'm about to quit the conversation with you. Yeah, because say words matter. Address what I said.
Y'all wow, man. I knew
just can't go there.
I knew about Kiki in Nigeria when she played on. Like, what are you talking about? Stop playing.
And Steve said Toby not a 5. Now what we talking about?
Bro, Toby's a post. That means that she could play the 4 and the 5.
I put Toby in the portal, and I said where I thought that Toby could go. But what your words were, and own your words. Own your words. Don't put my words in it. Own your motherfucking words. You bringing Toby up. You disrespect the Kiki. If you wanted to address what I said about Toby, then your motherfucking ass should have wrote Toby. Go and be Kiki for a year. Proof of concept in the W and Unrivaled season. But that ain't what the fuck you wrote. You could have typed Toby if that's what the fuck you meant. You typed what the fuck you meant, and now you trying to clean it up because I came back on your ass with this heat. That don't make no sense what the fuck you type. Because any unhappy big can't go and be Kiki. Now, do you want to amend your statement, or you want to just end the conversation? Because I ain't backing off of it. I know what I said about Toby, and I know where I said Toby could go. So now what?
Kiki, but Toby,
here's the thing, Dark Twain. I got your fucking statement up on the board right here. This is the statement I'm responding to. Toby ain't in this statement.
Bro, Toby ain't on Kiki's level, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Stop playing. And I love Toby, but no, she not messing with no Kiki. When Kiki stepped on that college floor, man, she was giving people the business. And then Kiki wasn't even unhappy.
So at 432,
that's a false statement.
At 432, you was talking about unhappy bigs. You didn't mention Toby till, let me see, what time was this? 4:33. That was after. That was later. I went back and checked the chat. Now you go back and check the chat. I got the chat rolling in front of me. I do this shit for a living, bro. This is what the fuck I do, is read the chat. Don't disrespect Erie fan like that. And I ain't even always been no Okikiola fan. But I'm not gonna let you say that about that kid. Just anybody can go be Kiki. Fuck out of here.
No, you out your mind. That's wild, bro. Like, no, like, and then Kiki wasn't even unhappy, bro. Like, she wasn't even unhappy. She hasn't dissed the program. She ain't dissed nobody. She still represents Southern Cal.
Did she leave when the coach retired?
Yeah, she left Stanford. And then she went out there to Southern Cal, and yeah, she had a down year numbers wise, but Kiki ain't unhappy. She wanted to go play with Juju, so she wasn't unhappy. You can't put false statements in her mouth, and she never said that. She never was unhappy. She talked highly of SC even when she left. So that's a false statement. I'm sorry. Like, you're wrong. And you need to own yourself being wrong.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. I'm not talking about your fucking statement about Toby don't require the basketball. I'm not talking about that.
Hey, we're talking about the Kiki.
I'm talking about the statement that you made about unhappy bigs. Fuck the Toby statement. I'm talking about this statement. And that statement didn't have shit to do with Toby don't need a basketball. You don't want to own what you're talking about. And that's why I don't like talking to people that move goalposts and be talking in quicksand and shit. Stand on 10 toes and fuck with me, or don't talk to me. Stand on 10 toes. Just be like, you know what? I fucked up. That was a fucked up take. Not any big can go stand next to Juju and be Kiki. What I meant to say was Toby could go do it. If you can't do that, get the fuck out the conversation with me. Because I'm standing on that. I'm standing on what the fuck you typed. I'm not going to go back to some statement that didn't have shit to do with what the fuck we was talking about to add that to this now. Your goalpost moving.
Exactly, Kyrie. She made it easier for all of y'all last year. Her numbers may have went down, but she made it easy for Juju to do what she do and Raya do. Bro, Toby is not on Kiki level, bro. Don't disrespect my dog like that. Don't do that. Okay, but you didn't say that, Dark Twain. You said unhappy big. They can't do what Kiki did last year. Do you know what Kiki did last year for that team? Kiki made the defense hedge to her, which allowed Juju to be able to go one-on-one, which allowed Raya to get in position to rebound, which allowed the shooters to go off when they go off. It opened up the floor for everybody, and she could shoot as well. She could shoot the three or the midi. So you're lying. Toby can't do what Kiki did. You out your mind. You wilding out. You don't even know what Kiki did. I can tell you don't, because you just said Kiki just went there and was unhappy. That's a lie. You just lied. And I got proof in the chat. Kyrie's a Southern Cal fan. He watched Kiki last year, and he just made the right statement. She made it easier for us. We did it. We actually was a disservice to her. Exactly, MJ. She was still an All-American. Go to bed, Twain. You wildin'. I can't believe you disrespected Kiki like that. I can tell you don't know who Kikiola is. Because I put money on it this year. If Kiki was there this year, they wouldn't have been getting dominated in the paint like they were getting dominated. I'm just being honest. They was getting dominated in that paint, and they weren't getting them boards. And they ain't had nobody really taking pressure off everybody. It was a lot of stacking on Jazzy and Kennedy. They couldn't get nothing off. So you gotta make better statements, sir. That was a bullshit statement. I'm sorry. I disagree. And I got people in my chat who are fans. They know a lot about Kiki. You wildin'. Oh, absolutely. MJ lover. She would have made everybody better, bro. Like, because that's what they were really missing. They were missing a post player. So I mean, they didn't have that. They didn't have that post present or that paint present. And I'm gonna be real with you. Like, Toby wouldn't have did that there. Not for that team. Because Toby, to me, got to be with a coach who know how to coach. Yeah, AB, people love shock value. It is what it is. Yeah, Kyrie, I want to lost half the games like y'all did. Yeah, I agree. You ain't got to tell me. I know because I watched them. Because we was watching them. You was over there when we was watching those games, and me and you was talking about Southern Cal, what they need to do, such and such. Oh yeah, MJ, man, I was over there talking to this girl Key B. I was talking to them. They kept shitting on Kiki. I kept trying to tell them, bro, Kiki gonna be a beast, bro. Y'all sleep. And what happened? She was hooping. Nobody could tell me shit. I was talking my shit the whole year. I said I knew about Kiki. Y'all didn't know about Kiki. Raya was a big part. Was she? She was cool. Raya was okay, but Kiki, trust me, if you didn't have Kiki on that team last year, Raya and Juju don't do what they do. I'm just being real.
You still talking about Kiki?
Hell yeah! Oh, Kiki! Oh! Let me stop for Auntie kick me off the table.
Oh, no, you good.
Get up. MJ smoking. Don't laugh at that. Y'all ain't supposed to laugh. Y'all ain't supposed to laugh. Man, ooh, them USA jerseys look clean, man. I'm gonna have to get me one. Shout out to them, man, for being on TNT.
What you think about that? What you think about that? Well, so we got 5v5 and 3v3 coming up. What you think about those teams? And you ready to watch those this week? Y'all be tuned in. I'm live every day for them guys. Pull up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. With the we lack a lot of size for the 5v5. That AB injury, I felt like we could have got another big, but they decided to go with Mo. It's going to be more, I think it's going to be a lot like how her Duke team is, where they got an undersized 5. But I like us. I think we're going to do good until we play against a team with size, because I think Miller going to be with Brazil. I think they're playing. They got to qualify, so she's going to be a 5. I think there's going to be a couple other teams with some big 5s. Those the only teams. But I think we're going to run everybody.
Qualified though. I think we
already qualified. Right? Yeah, we already qualified.
This is a chance for us to test out, see some of the potential bench players.
They're playing
reserves.
Yeah, they're playing
tryout.
Yeah, it's a tryout. They're playing to be the reserves on the world team.
Yeah, get some of the reserves for this team.
On the Olympic team, excuse me. This is going to be for tryout for the Olympic team. It's a lot of spacing. It's going to be a lot of running and gunning. I mean, I like our chances. I like the team. I think we got balance.
Do you expect KK to start?
Do I expect her to start? Personally, I wouldn't start her, but they're going to do it because of political. We know how the political game is. And then you got Sue Bird over it. So, yeah, I could see her starting.
Who do you see the starters as?
I could see point guard Jackie Young, Angel, possibly Caitlin and Paige. And Chelsea gonna be playing the 4.
How does AB being hurt change our approach, you think? I hate that she's not playing. I wanted to see AB play, so I'm a little
I ain't gonna
disappointed.
hold you. I wanted to see AB and Angel at the 4 and the 5. I wanted to see how that looked.
Well, because I thought if we playing Brazil, are we playing Brazil? Then we would get a chance to see AB versus Camilla. I don't know if
that's what I wanted to see. And then they got Dantes too. That would have been a good. I would love to see that matchup.
Matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick.
I would love to see that matchup, like Dantes, Camilla against Angel and AB.
Okay, so we won't get to play Brazil this time so far. So the way it's set up right now, our first game is Wednesday at 4:45. Y'all pull up. I'll be live for that one. We're gonna play Senegal. Then Thursday we'll play Puerto Rico. Saturday we'll play Italy. Sunday we'll play New Zealand, and Tuesday we'll play Spain. So that should be some good basketball. That should be some fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to run, and then our 3x3 team. I don't know if you saw that. They've been announced. If you saw that roster,
I only saw Burden and Shakira. Who else we got?
Alicia Gray and Naz Hillman.
Okay, Nas
and Alicia Gray.
Oh, and Alicia Gray. Oh man, we taking it. We taking it. We taking it. Oh, it's over.
That on March 13th. Pull up. I'm live for them too. 10:20 a.m. March 13th.
I gotta record that.
Early morning, March 14th. These are early morning games. So 10:20 is the latest game. We got one at 7:30 and one at 9:30. So
damn, I gotta watch when I get off work.
Oh man, I see. I was trying to get to the first one before I could get to the first one. Mario is on all the platforms, so let me.
Oh, appreciate it, Mario. $4.99.
Mario on both platforms. Hit the like button. Turn it up. We appreciate that. Thank you, fam.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's Alicia Gray, Shakira Austin, Veronica Burton, and Naz Hillman.
Oh, we dominating that. We dominating that.
I know we don't have we got some stuff to keep us talking hoops and watching hoops until Selection Sunday. So looking forward to that.
I can't wait to Selection Sunday.
So UCLA dominated the Big 10.
Big 12, yeah, Big 10. They in the Big 10, right? Damn.
I know you were saying you were going to tell me if you thought anybody could challenge UConn and UCLA as we get ready going to March Madness. What do you think?
I think you guys, Texas and LSU could challenge UCLA, but who could challenge UConn is Texas and y'all. That's it. Everybody else I don't see. But UCLA, LSU can match with them, but against UConn, no. So that's all I see.
Have you looked at the brackets?
I saw some of them.
Okay.
Because I see LSU gonna be. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you if you think that do you think Charlie Cream is more on the money, or do you expect a lot to change come Selection Sunday? Are they gonna surprise us on Selection Sunday, or do you think Charlie is he on the money and this is what the brackets look like?
Let me see. I didn't see the totality of it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Region 1, UConn, FDU, NC State, Iowa State, Ole Miss, VA or Arizona State, Maryland Tech, Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that Colorado against Washington gonna be good. It look good. I could see a few changes. Like I could see them flipping like with TCU at, I could see them they could possibly flip around. But it looked good to me so far. I don't have no issue with it. I don't think we're gonna see any surprises. The only thing is
depending. Texas A&M is in there. I'm surprised Texas A&M is in there. Because I was seeing people saying with their record, you don't usually make the tournament with their record. So Texas A&M and Iowa State, I was like, are they getting in there? But I see them as Iowa State being one of the last 4 buys, and I see Texas A&M. He got Texas A&M as one of the first 4 out. So, wow. What do you think? They go. So that means they'll get a play in, right? Is that right? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, Texas A&M.
Stop being mad at Joni. I wish you would have won that game. Stop being mad at Joni. I'm going to ask you again tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about Texas A&M today. Stop being mad at Joni.
That last 5 games really saved her. Those last 5 saved her. That saved her.
For the 6th one in. You try to throw her out on the 6th game if you don't do that.
Man, it's just, man, I mean,
come on,
because it's like I expect so much of Joni because I love Joni. Like you just did all of this. You done went through all these hoops. Now we get to the part where it's a layup. You missed the layup. You should have dunked it like Charles Smith should have did. You just laid it up and missed it for us to win.
But remember, the thing that happened with Joni was the same thing that happened with Joni last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Terrible injury. That's Janae going down changed that game.
Yeah.
Fats was having a great game. Fats was having a great game. And Janae, I hadn't even been really watching the kid live, just highlights. I was enjoying watching her play. I was hurt to see them have to carry that kid off the floor. So I definitely think that game ends different and you get the win that you wanted in that game and then potentially a loss in the next game. But the loss of Fats and the loss of Coulibaly last year really just took the wind out of the sails. Like, it was like the wind that finally started blowing and they was going, and that shit just came to a complete stop, right? The wind just stopped dead in its tracks. So,
no, I agree. Look, I'm a fan of Joni. I want her to make it, and I want her to at least get to the third. I want her at least get to the 32. But
let me ask you this: if Joni is on the hot seat, should Sam Purcell be on the hot seat as well?
Hell yeah.
Hey. Or does his recruiting continue to save him year after year? What do you think?
Man, you got to shake something. He don't shake none. He should be. If Joni got to be on the hot seat, you got to be on it double time. Because he's had talent. He's had more talent than Joni has. Joni, to me, should get a pass because of she coaching out of nothing. She coaching they're cool, but it ain't no level where he getting to come in and measure. Like, nah, he need to be on the hot seat double time. I would give her another year.
Okay.
Because he done got too much talent. He shouldn't have did that bad with this team.
Joni beat team. Look, I call Joni's team no tape. We didn't know none of them. We didn't know none of them. At the beginning of the season, team no tape. We was wondering who was going to show up. Still with the standards and the program that she's installed at Texas A&M was still able to knock off still two ranked teams in this season, just like she did last season.
And then she only lost by 1, so hey.
And that's with Fats going down.
Yeah.
What else you got up? What else you got up today on the channel, Nephew?
We gotta talk about this free agency in the NFL real quick tonight.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no real quick. Stop that. Don't get your plate out. Sit down. The NFL free agency is going fucking crazy. Bro, I'm gonna have to just take a day and just catch up on all of the fucking alerts, bro. I don't know who's where doing what no more. It's been fucking chaos since free agency, bro. I really like Piper A&M, but I don't know if she's gonna get drafted. Maybe she.
Wes Moore, man, Wes Moore should have been gone. Emily, he ain't going nowhere. They like Wes. They like Wes over there. And then
they better figure it out.
What coach from Memphis? You talking about Penny? Or you talking about the women's head coach Mocha Latte?
The Memphis head coach got fired already. The Memphis coach that just got hired last year got fired already. Wasn't she brand new last year when we played them? Oh,
I thought she was new.
So let me say this too, though. Shout out to Tammy Reese and Rhode Island. Y'all know I've been talking about Rhode Island all season. 1 to A10, going to the Natty. Somebody go get Tammy Reese from over there, man, and give her a D1 job. Somebody go give Tammy Reese a D1 job, man. Get that coach out of there, man. That's a coach over there. That's a coach
Alex Simmons. Yeah, Alex Simmons fired as Memphis women's basketball coach after 3 seasons. After 3 seasons gone.
I thought she was pretty new. I told you we don't get no long time. She didn't even get a full coaching cycle. Like whoever she brought in as a freshman ain't even a senior yet. If she out of there, they lasted longer than her.
They should have gave her 2 more years, man. That's too soon.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard the Raiders, they gonna let Geno go. Y'all letting Geno Smith go. Who's your quarterback? You need to tell me that.
Oh, the Raiders, they finna draft the quarterback. They finna draft that kid from Indiana, Mendoza.
Okay.
He gonna be the quarterback, and then they traded Crosby to the Ravens.
Then they told Geno, man, you can just go and walk on out here. We're gonna let you go, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you saw Wendy's tried to clown him, and he clowned him back.
What? No, I missed it.
Yeah, Wendy said, like, we got a job for you, Geno, since you've been released. And then Geno clapped back saying that Wendy's lost such and such this past quarter, a lot of millions of billions. He said, get your bread up first. Geno, hey, I like Geno now. I'm a fan now. After you did that clap back.
The Falcons is picking up Tua. Well, I gotta go. Y'all tripping in football. The football world is going crazy. Or what?
The Falcons got Tua? Man, tuna fish? Come on, man.
You gotta be playing. You gotta be playing. Wow. You gotta be joking, but for real. Wow. Well, that's news.
Yeah, Miami got Malik. Yeah, Miami did get Malik. Yeah.
So, man, listen, football season's gonna be fun. Baseball's kicking off. We got home runs coming, shekels. So yeah, you're gonna be talking all the rest. You're gonna be talking football the rest of the night. Gonna talk about real quick.
Yeah. Because my Magic won my Magic on a win streak. We in the 6th seed right now. We in the 6th seed. I don't know how to act no more. You know what I'm saying? We were looking kind of garbage. You know what I'm saying? We done woke up. We had to beat Ant-Man. We had to beat Ant-Man in Minnesota. Had to hand him an L real quick. Had to hand him an L. You're gonna be unbearable. You're gonna be unbearable. Listen, if we win the championship, every time we have not one, I'm gonna have my Magic gear with a big ass cigar.
Meanwhile, man, my Warriors are holding on to the 8th spot with a pair of gasoline drawers on, bro. Like, she can burn up. She can burn up at any time. He can go up and play at any time, bro. Like they got us right over. They got us right over the pits of hell, bro. We are headed there if we don't get this shit together.
Listen, I like that. I like that kid y'all got from Florida who won the title last year. I like that kid.
Yeah, but what about all these other motherfuckers? Old ass jokers we got?
Man, that's why I said, man, Kerr should have been developing Kuminga better.
But listen, we don't manage relationships good. We got Kristaps.
Y'all don't.
Steve was like, Kristaps is sick. And then Kristaps was like, nah, I'm not. I'm not that sick. I mean, like, did y'all talk to each other? Y'all got to figure it out, bro. It's too much.
I don't know what y'all doing, man.
This is too much.
Man, Drake, y'all got Draymond having coming to Jesus moments now. He's speaking positive now. I'm like, that's how I know y'all losing.
See, my favorite meme is my favorite meme right now is Steph looking at Draymond when Draymond going off. You know that face.
Yeah.
They said that's that face you finna make me finna be like, yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. Bro, like what? Bro, what? Calm down. Yeah, we gotta figure this out, bro. We got
only gonna cost Atlanta 1.5 mil. I understand that, but he stayed hurt. Like he can't stay healthy for a season.
I mean, you just needed another body in the quarterback room.
I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, I wouldn't have hired Stefanski, but like I say, the NFL is the league of the mid. We call it the mid YT league. You know what I'm saying?
See what happened. I might pop over there for some football talk tonight. Let me see. We're gonna hang out and watch Carolina Calls at 7. I'm gonna do Gamecock in sometime about 8:30.
Okay, bad.
11:30 CC show. See, I'll be on the lookout, man. We got football talk, we got hoops talk. Man, this has been an outstanding conversation. Nephew, I appreciate you pulling up. I gotta get from here and do some work. I gotta make the donuts. Fish in the ATL choke fits too well.
ATL choke.
There you go. One hit away from retirement, and you got to be talking about Tua. And I'm until next time. Y'all know what it is. That's Welcome to HDiiTV, CessTalksSports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We love y'all life, and we out.